Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You're listening to the WID Podcast.
Hot to spit on that thing.
That bitch, bro. God, have you?
Has she fallen from grace?
I hope so. That fucking bitch.
She's got like a podcast.
Bro.
Mad.
Not only the podcast, right? So she came out with her own crypto.
Oh, I heard
Right?
that shit. I heard she's in trouble for that.
Oh, well, I don't know if she's actually in trouble, but I know her fucking listeners and her fans or ex-fans want that bitch put in jail. Because what she did, man, she made a fucking crypto, right? Mm-hmm. And it started blowing up in value, like blowing up, man. I think it reached a value of like 500 million or 50 million.
Damn.
Well, she owned, what people didn't know is that she owned 95% of the fucking crypto, currency, right? So as this shit blew the fuck up, she saw the money coming in. Well, she dumped all her fucking stocks. She sold everything.
Damn.
You know, and when she did that, the fucking price crashed. So a lot of people lost a fuckload of money. There are people that they had this one dude who bought like fucking like $200,000 worth of fucking crypto.
You can't do that.
Yeah, because I mean, essentially what it is a pump and dump. Because she pumped it up just to dump it.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh
No. Yeah, that was the fucked up deal. So I got into this little thing with crypto a little bit, right? And like a lot of people are really starting. I mean, I know like Bitcoin's up there, right? Bitcoin's up there because it's getting a lot of the trust, right? Yeah. So what people are really upset about crypto, about the shit that I've been listening to, is that before it used to be private. You know, it used to be, they couldn't track it. They couldn't do any of that, you know. So
that was a whole point.
Yeah, that was the whole point of it. And then it just got taken over, man, because now the banks use it. Everybody uses it. Now they can track it, all your spending and everything. Mm-hmm. You know, and I'm like, God, this thing that was supposed to be set where it's like me and you can trade back and forth with this fucking Bitcoin now has a fucking third party that goes through.
Yeah.
That watches everything.
There goes all the anonymity is gone now.
Yeah, it's gone, man.
Yeah. That was the original idea of Bitcoin, of crypto, period, was to be able to do this without any oversight of any central banking system.
Yes. And now it's been hacked. It's all been hijacked.
Now banks have it now.
Mm-hmm. And it's just fucking, the whole bag of shit just sucks.
Yeah.
But anyways,
so
if you
what do you think the next Bitcoin is going to be?
Man, well, I mean, Bitcoin's going to be Bitcoin. It's going to be there. XRP is getting up there quick.
Bitcoin just had another all-time high this past week, or I think it was Monday.
It was over. It broke 100,000.
I think so. It was like 107. Let me see.
Oh wow! See, it's getting there. The trust is there.
It dipped back down though, so now we're at today. It closed at 99.
Oh, okay. So it's up. It'll reach. I mean, it's just going to keep going up. You know, it already broke. People didn't think it was going to hit 100,000. Here at 100,000, right? Mm-hmm. People were saying, wait, in the next 5 years, which was like 3 years ago, it'll be at 1 million.
Yeah.
You know,
108,000.
108,000 is what it broke. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Let's see how it goes. But if you're listening, welcome back to another episode of the WID Podcast.
What?
Shit, episode 95, right?
So 1995. I mean 95. Sorry.
95. David in the studio. What's up, David?
What's up, guys? How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you been?
Man, busy, bruised, and beat up.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
the trifecta.
I know. So mini girlfriend, which is awesome. Very cool, very nice, very welcoming, very warming. I didn't know that that relationships can be that smooth, you could say.
Yeah.
And I'm a night owl. You know, I sleep in the PM and I'm awake in the AM. And sometimes a girlfriend or wife will wake up in the middle of the nighttime and sees her husband on the internet and she's like, "What are you doing?" A fight breaks out or something like that. And
yeah.
With
you looking at that porn?
Yeah, with Lauren. Yeah, and with Lauren, she's like, "Hey, babe, how are you? I love you. Good night." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. I'm like, wow.
I was like, wait, we're not fighting?
We're not fighting? It ain't about to go down.
Yeah. And it's just like it's very nice. I like that.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely a plus. And
that means you're in a non-toxic relationship.
Yeah, and I've never had that. I mean, normally when couples argue, I think what's next is a breakup.
Yeah,
and it's not, and I've been rolling at the base for the next 2.5 weeks.
When you say rolling, you're talking about jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu,
yeah.
And I thought I was a little rusty, and apparently I'm not. I was more advanced than I thought I was, thanks to Joe Martinez, of course, Snoop. and
Jiu-Jitsu.
and so Dax, Brian, Matt, Joseph, and John, they're straight up badasses, man. They're in the Air Force, and two of them are Marines, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I put the spanking on them, and and it felt good.
I went in there. I gave it 110%.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are really badasses, man. They really are, and for me, not just to be jumped from the street, but invited as a guest, as to be as a sheep or a gazelle to be thrown into lions, and then they couldn't find out,
You're one of the lions.
I'm one of the lions, So,
He's that fucking little lamb out there. He's like, so with that little, with
and,
this gi on.
and there's one girl. Her name is Julie, and she's a badass too. And she said, "Do you want a hair tie for your hair?" I says, "Nah." So as I'm rolling, I'm throwing my hair all in there if they can't breathe.
Yeah, I was about to say, in a way, that's to your advantage.
Yeah,
it fucks with people.
It does, because when we're rolling, I got them in a certain type of move or a choke or the guard. And I'm throwing my hair right in the face. I can't breathe.
Yeah.
So I believe in the UFC, they can grab your hair, which is the reason why they braid it back. Yeah. Because I think it's legal to grab hair.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man.
So their hair pulling turned it into my fish gouge. So it's pretty cool.
Did you ever watch like the old school Pride?
I did.
The rules on Pride was like
Stupid.
UFC has their set of rules, but Pride's rules were like if somebody had their hands like they were trying to get up off the ground, you could soccer kick them in the head.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. You can soccer kick their head.
You could stomp.
Yeah. With the UFC, if somebody has their hands on the ground and they're trying to get up, you can't.
In Pride, if your hands weren't on the fucking ground,
there's no rules in Pride. Let's just
okay.
say that there's no fucking rules.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
there was
like
a few, but they weren't.
Like, we're waiting for this motherfucker to put his fucking hands down on the mat. I'm gonna fucking kick the shit out of him.
I mean, if you're in the division, that means you're in the division. No matter how big this guy is, how small you are, you're in the same division. And fuck.
Yeah. Which is kind of, it's kind of cool though, because you're actually going against the best of the best. You know what I mean? You're not finding some guy on the same fucking level as you are.
Right.
And so you kind of
you're testing yourself.
Yeah, there you go. If I take someone out bigger than me, then I'm better than half the motherfuckers that are my size.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Dax, the Marine guy at the base, he gave me this shirt, the Renzo Gracie.
Henzo
Gracie.
Yeah.
Sorry, Henzo Gracie, and he gave me that because he's the first person I.
Hold on, it looks like an R.
In Brazil, R's have the H sound.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. It's not Brazil. It's what is it? Oh my God. The language that they speak in Brazil,
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
There you go.
And so when I tapped him out, everybody was like, "Whoa!" They thought that I was one of his guests.
Okay.
And so I was just so it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I guess to them it was a big deal. But when we were said and done, Dax gave me a shirt. It's like one of his shirts. I was like, wow, because he trained under these guys.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
So you're basically getting Gracie training.
Yeah. And it feels great. It really does. Because normally when you go to like Bakers or any type of mixed martial arts that study Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, their white belts don't consider them as white belts, because in order to move up in a belt in Jiu-Jitsu, you have to go every single day. If you don't go every single day, you lose your stripes.
Yeah.
So there's been white belts that have been there for they've been white belts for 4 years, and they're not. Yeah. They're like purple belts, They're
white belts that can choke you out and shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of badass white belts out there, and so shout out to them, Air Force and Marines and all that good stuff there.
So military is big time into jiu-jitsu now.
Yeah.
That's like a main thing. It didn't always used to be, but I think they started opening up their eyes to the way.
It was definitely frowned upon.
Yeah.
Because you're on the ground.
Which most fights, that's where they end up anyways.
Always.
Yeah.
Either a knockout or the ground.
Well, I've always been told the last thing you want to do is take any fight to the ground. Like if you can keep it standing up as much as you can, you keep it standing up.
Yeah.
But the problem is if somebody could drag you to the ground, which is what was it Henzo Gracie? No. The first Gracie that fought for the UFC. Hoist.
Yeah.
Like that's what he did because at the UFC 1 there was no weight classes. Mm-hmm. He goes in there and he fights a guy that's like 300 pounds and he's like 180 pounds, some shit like that.
And the guy was winning.
Yeah, he just fucking drags this fucking guy to the ground, and I mean like
he's forcing the fight to the ground.
He wants this on the ground because that's where he's going to excel.
Yes, because the height difference too, though. You know, being shorter on the ground, you're at way more advantage.
Yeah, and the best thing to do in a fight is don't fight. You walk away from the fight. You definitely don't want to get mixed up in something like that. You get in trouble.
It's so hard because the whole pride thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey, did he just call me that?
Yep. Your wife's a bitch. I'm like, this guy.
You just step on my fucking shoes.
Yeah, you know.
She is, but only I get to call her that.
Yeah, that's my whore. You know, like, no, stop. Don't fight. You know, it's definitely the wrong decision to make. If you're in a situation that you think it's going to happen, don't go in there. You know, and don't be stupid. I mean, it's a date night. Keep it a date night, not a fight night.
No.
You know, what I mean, even with the boys, going out with the boys, even sometimes you got to watch yourself.
Yeah, a lot of those men martial arts. I mean, I understand them all. You know, I not understand them like where I can do them, but I'm like I get their point and all that, right? But I always felt, and it's crazy because I mean, like Bruce Lee said it, jiu-jitsu and Western boxing. Yeah. If you can master those two, well, you can take out half. Well, I said 3/4 of these motherfuckers that train traditionally in some kind of martial arts.
Because I remember one time I was in Savannah, Georgia, man, and I tell you what, this city is the worst place for you to get in a fight in. I mean, everybody's
there's
bad.
a lot of fighters.
Yeah, there's a lot. I went to this bar. There's Savannah,
Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, they have a training center there, and there's like Navy SEALs. You're talking about every militant badasses. They're there at these clubs and bars, and everybody's in shape. Everybody's just like Jesus Christ, and so buy somebody a beer, make a friend, be cool, and definitely don't go around and walk with your chest out.
I think it's like that nowadays everywhere because you don't know what everybody. I mean, before it was like you'd have to be worried about this guy have a gun or a knife.
No,
who cares about that anymore? It's like.
Now you're looking for cauliflower
ears. He's looking for exactly right. Like, look at this guy's ears.
How much can I talk to this guy?
Yeah, you don't talk to. Yeah, nope.
Motherfucker's got him guarding in his face.
You remember one time me and you were in the mall one time when we were roommates. We went to the mall one time and we were I don't know if it was like the Buckle or whatever, and there was this guy ahead of us and he had the nastiest cauliflower ear going on.
Yeah, I was like, gross.
Yeah, but we were like, you don't fuck with that guy.
Yeah,
that guy fucking practices every fucking day.
What if he was one of those guys that deliberately gives himself cauliflower and look like a badass? Have you seen that shit?
I have not seen that.
I'm like, dude, that people deliberately go.
They want that look.
They want the look.
Yeah. My nephew,
that bad.
Just fucking go learn. God damn.
It's too much work, brother.
Jesus.
Those are people with really shallow egos.
Yeah, one of my brothers, stepkids, Angel Moreno. He's he's been in a couple of cage fights.
Boxing?
No, cage fights.
Cage fights.
Yeah, cage fights.
Okay.
Angel Moreno. I believe he does real estate now in
San Antonio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Definitely a smart kid, real smart. Married now and has a son now. And but big shout out to him because it takes a lot of balls to get in a fucking cage fight, man.
Oh, I imagine
it does, And but he still didn't beat me in arm wrestle, so
I still got you there.
I still got you there, buddy. Anytime, little motherfucker. But dude, have y'all seen the thing going on with these freaking drones?
Yeah, bro.
All I'm saying is Project Bluebeam. If you heard about it,
Project Bluebeam. See, okay, so
drones, like you can take really good pictures with them. Have you ever seen like some of the aerial footage you can get, like where it drives to the sea?
Yeah,
great.
Those type of drones.
Yeah, great drones.
Great.
Yeah, great drones.
But we're not talking about those, right?
No, we're not talking about those. Because I mean, what do you? I mean, let's say, what do you think it is?
It's the government trying to simulate a false alien invasion in order to start martial law because Trump's in office right now.
All right, you went way left.
I heard another one that was pretty wild. Another theory on what the fuck is going on.
All right, what's up?
All together. So apparently, this theory that I heard was like, all right, if you're trying to create a united world, which like if you think biblically, right, you want what would cause everybody to unite?
An alien invasion.
An alien invasion.
Yeah.
If you create a fucking alien invasion, the entire world would unite under one banner in order to fight somebody off world.
New world
right?
Okay.
That's how you become one world government, one world religion, one world currency.
And what happens there? Martial law.
Martial law, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got Big Brother has to watch, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's a pretty good theory. You want to hear my theory?
Go for it.
Okay, they're not aliens. They're drones. They're man-made drones. Someone's piloting these things, right? Mm-hmm. So what I think it is that I think they got scanners under those drones. They're not talking about it. They're kind of they're misguiding everybody or misdirecting everybody with these drones, right? Because December 2nd or 3rd, there was a shipment that came in with nuclear material that ended up missing.
Mm-hmm. How convenient.
How convenient. Yep. So, and ever since that started, okay, it showed up, door was fucked up, there's all that shit that's missing, right? So I'm watching a lot of these podcasts, right? There's a lot of analysts, a lot of people that were not really fired, but they were kind of pushed out into early retirement, right? So a lot of these people were saying over the past 3 years, right? 3.5 years, 4 years during this whole open border shit, right?
Yeah.
We've got an influx of, people that came into the country, and a good chunk of them are Islamic terrorists, right? So they've been following a lot of these guys, right? So, like this one girl I was into, she was out in Afghanistan, she was out in Iraq with all this bullshit, right? Said that they've been gung-ho about bringing something down to the homeland. Now, kind of like 9/11, right? Let's strike them there.
Yeah.
So this chick was saying, I wouldn't be surprised if we have something like a red flag event or something happen, in the U.S. So, with that being said, this nuclear material goes missing out in fucking Jersey, where all these drones are at, right? They're flying. I mean, they're literally flying up and down this bitch. Okay, now they're picking up. They're flying them because they got these scanners to pick up gamma rays, the gamma rays that are coming off this nuclear material, because there's a fucking nuke that's missing.
That's fucking nuts.
I like that. I like that theory. Yeah.
There's a nuke that's missing because they're not telling anybody. We know that they're man-made drones because we're seeing them. Right?
Yeah, motherfuckers were shooting at them in Jersey.
They're shooting at them. And they're going back and forth. They're finding this stuff. Now, they're covering a good radius, because how fast can you move, nuclear material without it being fucking discovered? You move it slow. You wait till it clears.
Right.
Whatever it's wherever it is. It's going to be in Jersey because with all the sophistication shit. I mean, in gamma, how do you hide fucking gamma rays? Because any little leak that comes out, they're gonna pick them up. These drones are gonna pick them up. So they're not telling anybody. They're telling nobody, because could you imagine the panic if they were like, okay, turns out, there's a fucking missing nuke,
guys.
Yeah. And it's like outside of New Jersey, where if you were gonna hit anywhere, you'd hit fucking New York City.
It's been New York or Washington D.C.
Yeah,
those are your main targets.
Washington D.C. I feel like it's a little bit too hard, but you hit the financial infrastructure in New York City.
Yeah.
You take that bitch down.
You hit Wall Street, everything falls.
Yeah. That's what I think. That's my opinion, because I'm like, it's too convenient. We know that it's happening. They're not giving a shit.
No.
We don't know who they are. We don't know what's doing it. Bullshit. You're the fucking U.S. government.
Right.
If it were really that dire, there was like, okay, hold on, this is fucked up. You would have scrambled some jet. You would have shot the motherfucker down
absolutely.
already. But you don't, because they're your property. So what's really going on?
Yeah. See, I'm surprised Abraham hasn't been to Japan or Hong Kong yet. He's always traveling all the time. Well, you've seen it like on TV or whatnot on YouTube, how like downtown Hong Kong, and you see these buildings, and there's these graphics just coming out the building like a T-Rex.
Building.
Or a shark or something fucking crazy, and it looks real.
Yeah.
The same thing with these drones, man. Next thing is gonna happen is you're gonna see some type of shit in
So
the sky.
they do drone shows now, like at I know at the Texas Longhorns football stadium. They're in Chicago at Navy Pier. We didn't get to see it because it rained that night. But they do like instead of they still had a fireworks show, but I think the night before they have a drone show.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know how many thousands of drones go up, and they do all these different maneuvers with different lights and stuff.
Yeah.
That's super advanced, super coordinated.
It's programmed, and there they go.
Yeah.
And so that being said, I think the next thing that's going to be coming out is actual visuals of something that we've never seen before.
Have you ever seen
like on Vegas?
the
big sphere.
The sphere.
The sphere.
Yeah.
That's badass.
If you're drone by that thing, don't get in a wreck.
Yeah.
Because
that sphere is like a 24-hour billboard,
and that thing looks real. I mean, who's to say it's not in the sky?
Yeah. I don't think it's that. Just because that's just my opinion. I feel because it's too one-sided. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, we don't know who's in charge of these drones. I'm like,
the government knows.
There's literally fucking lights on it. Especially when Trump comes out and he's like, the government knows what's going on, but they're not.
Yeah,
they know what's
they're
going
not commenting.
on.
More than likely, it's a government operation. More than likely. I mean, the same shit happened whenever they were creating the stealth fighters.
Yes.
People were seeing all kinds of crazy shit whenever they were testing these fucking planes, and nobody could explain nothing. The government, of course, they're not going to say what it is. It's a super top secret deal going on. if they're doing some type of government operation, they're not going to say
They're not,
what it
yeah.
is. They'll let the public speculate on whatever they want because fuck
Yeah.
it. Let them think whatever it is as long as they don't know what it actually is.
Yeah, because when they first came out, they were like, "Oh, there are these drones out there," but being real vague about it. And I'm like, "Okay, are they UFO drones? What kind of drones are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Because they didn't clarify at all. You know, like the stuff that's going off the coast of California. Hey, all right, maybe I can believe those are UFOs.
Yeah.
You know that some of that
Battlefield Los
shit.
Angeles. Remember that one?
Well,
Yeah.
right now we got there's several wars going on. There's Middle East war going on. There's a shit going on in Ukraine. Who knows how many other little skirmishes are
Yemen's
going
one
on
of them.
across the Yemen. But a lot of these other countries now have advanced drones. Before it was just like maybe the United States, Great Britain,
Yeah.
A handful of people.
just a handful. But
I don't know how you feel like a lot of that, dude, but like I'll send Abraham some stuff, but I don't send him a lot because I'd go and do those drones with the fucking I guess C4 that's tied onto them.
oh yeah, where it flies right into somebody.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Fuck.
Dude, and then
That's
some of
fucking
them
crazy.
They fly over these motherfuckers and they'll drop a fucking bomb.
There was I think, what was it? Was it an expo edition? It was like an expedition about talking about these drones or whatnot.
Like in
Small.
Vegas, like one of
Very-
those.
very
Yeah,
small.
yeah. It's like an insect.
Yeah, very, very small.
Yeah.
And there you go.
It's crazy.
And then hits the target. Pops his head open.
I believe it. I totally believe it, man, because you see some of these fucking chips, man, that they work on.
Oh, man.
Like Willow, Google just came out with the Willow quantum chip. And that's just mind blowing, right? Now,
That one's going to take down crypto.
well, yeah,
The quantum chip will.
it'll take down Bitcoin, but I mean, it's still way in its infancy. They're saying that it'll be 5 years before it even hits commercial
Years
use.
is quick, bro.
Oh, it's quick. But some of the stuff they're saying, bro, it's too far fetched for me.
Yeah.
Now, granted, yes, it isn't a super advanced computer. Yes, it solves shit quick, but it's when they start coming out that they don't know where it's pulling its answers from. It's tapping into another universe. I'm like, stop. No, it's not. It's creating all its probability. Like we do it all the
behind the
time.
ice wall.
If I fucking, like if I had a fucking magic 8-ball, right? And I'm sitting there and I shook it.
Keep snorting it.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, it's pulling information from different realities, different dimensions and stuff like that. You'd say it was bullshit. I was like, well, no, technically it's not, because it's got that little what's it called, the little octagon that's in it.
Yeah.
So I got 8 choices there, right? Now, did I shake it with my left hand or did I shake it with my right hand? All that those are all variables that this quantum computing has to come up with. It's not like it's pulling out from the fucking ether out of nowhere. It's that shit right there, bro. I get it. It's great. I'm sure it's a fast fucking computer. But what a lot of people are not realizing that with quantum computing, that there's a lot, especially let's say with AI, for instance, right? When it does all this computing and stuff like that, a lot of the times it's wrong.
Yeah.
There's an error rate that's
All the
way
time.
too high. That's way too fucking high.
Even in the AI art,
consistency.
if you look at the art, when, there's always something that's like, that's weird. Why did it do that?
Yeah.
Or I told it how to spell what it do Wednesday, and it always does something different. with
Something
it.
weird,
Yeah,
yes.
it's always something weird. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I spelt it out for you, but it always
Yeah.
fucks with something.
So with this whole, the way they're pushing it, they're trying to fantasize this whole, in my opinion, like don't, I'm not smart enough to understand a lot of shit that it's doing, right? But they're fantasizing the shit out of it. They're turning it into, it's pulling answers from a Willow project from another fucking universe or another dimension. I'm like, okay, how is it connected? That just it makes no sense. It absolutely it does. It makes no sense. It's pulling all its probabilities and trying to factor in what you've put into it, and that's where it comes up with its probabilities. But it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, I get it if you were like in community, like if you were able to communicate with some other side. Hey, we're talking to these beings that are fucking in this other realm.
Yeah,
or universe.
they said that they created or they found another dimension with the quantum chip now, right? That they verified that the quantum chip verified that there's another dimension.
Well, that's what they said. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I just.
But
don't-
how the fuck?
Yeah. I don't believe it. I think they're fantasizing it. I mean, because why not? They've done it with everything else. They did it with AI. It's thinking for itself. No, you created an algorithm. You put its info in it, and it comes up with the info.
Right. Yeah. It's
So
just using your programming to come up
Yes.
with something that's like.
Now, I totally get it. You got to fantasize it. I get it. Fantasize. If it were my project, you know, if we fantasize it and make it seem like it's the greatest thing, we're gonna get funding at the fucking butthole.
The yin yang, yeah.
Yeah, we're
Which that's the whole point.
that's the whole point. You know, so fantasize it, make it seem like it's the most fantastical thing on the fucking that we've ever created.
Blow it up on the internet, people will start investing into it.
Yes, and that's where because we follow the money. It's always a
you
money
definitely
thing.
You definitely want to use your money. Use everybody else's money.
Yep.
So-
Use investor money for all
yeah.
your research, because that way if it doesn't work out, hey, you didn't lose shit.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I get it, man. I mean, like, it's not using ones and zeros. It's using what they consider these bits in superposition.
Yeah.
You know, which I'm like, hey, yeah, great. It doesn't know what it is until you tell it what it is, until it has to figure out what it needs to be. Yeah, okay, I get it. That's where it draws its answer from. But stop fantasizing the fact that it's like, oh, it's so fantastical. It's communicating with other dimensions. Sure. Stop.
Well,
It's just doing it on a different level.
Yes.
not to change something, but it's kind of in there. But like these toxic relationships, right? And
With quantum computers?
well, check this out.
Oh, just kidding.
Let me finish talking. Yeah, it's just like when people die, right? Do you believe in soulmates? Oh, you're my soulmate. You know, you're my soulmate too. You know, I love you. Whatever. When you die, I'll look for you. You know, same thing. Well, let's say there is a couple, right, and they're totally in love with each other, and you know, you're my soulmate. So when I die, I'll look for you. Okay. So one person dies.
Okay.
Well, and then they see the light, and they go to the light. They take off, and then the other person dies. You know, a year later, and they're looking for, you know, let's say David, right? And that person dies, and she's looking for David. She sees the light. She turns away from it. No, David, and he's trying to look for my soul. Well, my soul's not there no more because David went to the light.
David's gone.
David's gone. So now that soul, it's a lost soul, right? So now it's stuck in Earth. Now
Purgatory?
it's, well, and I won't say purgatory, but they're stuck on Earth now, being bored, and they're just there and being sad and depressed and whatnot. So what they do, they start walking around, and they see other couples, and like, wow, that reminds me of my David, and it follows that couple, and that person jumps into that person, right?
Like possession?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
You know, like when you're a kid, right? And you like and you're at the playground and you like the little redheaded girl. Like, man, I think she's so cool. She's so like, and your friends like, bro, let's go here. I want to go over there. Nah, bro, she's just a square. You don't go over there. And you take off with your friend, but inside your heart, you really want to go to that little redheaded girl. I personally think that was the real you, instead of a person who decided for you to go left instead of right. That makes sense. And so it's like something like I believe like our souls, they're ours, but they don't necessarily belong to us. It's shared.
Okay, the shared experience with everybody.
You know, see that
Maybe.
that's why I like deja vu. Like I've been here before. It's like you have been there before. Not you, but you've been there.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's weird.
Well, then again, I mean, with your life experiences and you talk about fucking, you know, souls and your soulmates. I mean, I don't know. That's a weird one.
What do you think about, so we're talking about quantum computing, but with relationships and families and everything, at some point we're going to be able to upload our consciousness to a computer.
That was my next.
Nah, you lose the soul.
I mean, your soul, obviously you can't upload your soul, but can you really upload your consciousness? I mean,
No.
I don't know. That's kind of weird, right? But they say you can.
No, you can't. I think what you'll get is this fucking,
Like a shell.
yeah, like a shell that gives all the answers that Abraham would, because I mean,
It's the
Abraham's program.
electrical of your
Yeah.
mind. It's just the electrical.
Yeah. It's all the synapses.
But it's
the same
not
shit. Yeah.
the energy that causes the electrical.
Yeah.
I guess that's gone.
Soul's gone. It's another body.
To put a brain into another person, like you know, like your body's dead, but they took your brain out and put it into another person.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing this. There was an expo, and it was nothing but the elite, and there were these body bags of young, beautiful people that they're in bags, and they're just
Like science experiments or something.
yeah, they're just
Cadavers.
They're just bodies that are in the bags, and they're for the elite. If you pick what you want, you pick the color, you pick a size, you pick what you want.
Kind of like a surrogate body.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these people are
sleeve.
and these $1 billion companies are investing their $1 billion of money into these projects, and these people are buying these bodies and having them download their shit into these bodies.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I can't believe that was even this was even out.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, because it's scary, you know, especially because we're not billionaires, we're not elite,
Yeah.
and they are. So,
Well, I think when they do that, though, you know, let's say if they ever did that, and they did download the brain into another body, I think you lose all emotion.
sure,
Because your emotion's tied to your soul.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is that makes you. Yeah. Like, I have this firm belief, right? Like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna wait for Abraham to come back, because this is part of the conversation he could be part of.
sure. Well, it's like imagine being, God forbid, don't imagine this.
Yeah.
A George Soros.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's the Dr. Evil of the planet Earth. I mean, he don't want to die.
No. I know some like uber rich fucking people, man.
Yeah.
They're scared to death, dude. I'm talking about they're putting into stem cells. They're putting into kind of regenerative skin. They're, you know, anything to live longer. They don't want to die. They don't want to fucking go to the,
you know, and that's what's scary. But this thing, because I mean, these are the people who, let's just say, they're in charge.
yeah.
You know, they're the one moving the politics around. Who's picking who's in office? I believe so.
No.
And it's just scary. It's just like another off the wall type subject. We'll get back to this in a minute with Abraham. Like the moon. Is the moon a planet, a reflection? Or what is the moon?
It's a celestial body.
Right.
Yeah.
Now these craters on the moon. What are these craters? How do those craters get there?
Something hits them.
Something hits them, right?
Yeah.
But you went ski. You went to a pond and skip rocks, right? And how does it look?
Yeah, you get the ripples.
You get the ripples, right? Or like even if you skip rocks on the sand, the same thing. Why does the moon have that? Why is it just all direct hits? Like boom, 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 never to the side. Makes sense?
Yeah.
There's none. It's just all direct hits.
I don't know. That's a good question.
And why haven't we seen anything happen like that on the moon?
I don't know. I don't know if people are really paying. I mean, because like in all actuality, like how many hours of the day do you actually get to look at the moon? Mm-hmm. You know, when it's out.
Sure.
You know, at night. So there's this time where, of course, it cycles where you don't see the moon at all. You know, because it's on the other side where they call it a new moon. There's nothing out there. So I mean, who knows? I don't know exactly how intricate they are and actually be able to see what's happening. Because like during the day, you can't really see shit. You know, every now and then you'll see the moon that's out there and stuff like that. Like we know we go through this asteroid field every fall.
Yeah.
You know,
we're always in danger.
Yeah, we're all
the time.
constantly always wondering if we're gonna get hit by some fucking meteor and shit like that. Because when we pass through this belt, we pass through this fucking, I don't know what the fuck they call it, not the Kuiper belt.
I think today was the day that we're
between us and Mars.
Oh, I don't know which one.
Yeah, whatever that is, right? So we come across it and we do get hit every now and then with, you know, like back in Russia, that one that exploded over, you know, up in the atmosphere and just flattened all those fucking trees out. You know, that was this meteor shower that we travel through every November, October, November, and December.
Yeah.
Yes, like we're going through it right now.
Yeah,
you know, every now and then we do see, like you see, shit crossing through the sky. Earlier this month, we actually had 2 fucking asteroids that came through, you know, that were really close.
Yeah.
Did we get warned? Fuck no, we didn't get warned. Did we get a chance to look at them? No. This, you know, so who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows exactly how much time you actually got to look at this shit?
And so speaking of that, this week I went for a hike and I found some stuff. I found some magnetic meteorites. They're attracted to magnets and very rare to find. And I found about 4 pounds of it. So it's pretty cool. Very cool. Yeah. And I took him to Professor Stevens at ASU. And he said, like, well, Texas has never been hit with any type of meteorites in the last 10 years. And I was like, it's very rare that you find a magnetic meteorite. And he pulls out a magnet.
Yeah. I hate how they're so dismissive, too, though.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't found it, so how could you find it?
Exactly what he said. Exactly that. Very rare that you might find it. And then he pulls out his magnet. Like, here's a magnet. It'll tell you if it. And he picks it up. So he's like, holy shit.
Oh, shit. I was wrong. You were right, David. I was wrong. I'm a pompous dick. Because I studied all these years. There's no way you could have found it.
And sure enough.
That shit.
He has one about the size of this, the Sugar Skull. I have one like that. Meteorite. It's attracted to the magnets and a whole bunch of other small ones. And it's pretty fascinating. I'm a big nerd. So altogether, I have about 15 pounds of meteorites. and 5 pounds of that is magnetic. So pretty much I'm a billionaire, I need someone to buy him. So
Hey, man, we were talking about last time that there's people that make money on comics, right? I know people that have bought, and I know somebody who bought a food trailer on arrowheads.
Oh.
It's like, oh shit, he went and got him evaluated, and they gave him money on the value of the arrowheads.
nice.
Everything is worth something. It's just finding the person that wants to buy it.
Yep. And I found this other one. They call it stag, but I think they're full of shit. It's like it looks like a huge lava rock, but it's covered in, like, I would say, wood chips.
Okay.
But the wood chips they're also petrified. But my theory, I believe that's the middle, between ape and man. How they converse, or who knows? Where's the middle part? Mm-hmm. I think this is the middle part between where wood turns into petrified rock. It's fascinating. It's
Petrified wood is that's crazy. Like how that happens over a long period of time, and it can only happen when there's a certain situation that exists. Yeah. Like wood will just deteriorate, but unless it's like underwater, I think, or
I think what happened. I think what that
really?
happened with petrified anything. I think it happened not with water, but I think with an ice age.
Sure, yeah, I can see that.
Something dramatic had to happen.
Something that just encased it. Yeah.
And I have these findings that it's to the point it's not even fossils anymore that I'm finding. I'm finding like relics. My collection is very fascinating, man. Yeah. And I had some friends come over the other day, and they're like, David, like, who are you? Like, what are you doing with all this stuff?
Fucking Indiana Jones.
Like, like fucking A,
There used to be a TV show. These guys would go out to like the swamps of like Louisiana or like way out East Texas somewhere, even Florida, and they would pull up like huge fucking logs, right? That have been underwater forever. Mm-hmm. And then they make like something out of that wood, because that wood is like, it doesn't exist no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but they make boards out of it or whatever. And
but
it's
nothing,
worth like
but nothing
a shit ton of money, because you can't find that wood anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. And so when she came over, she was looking at the sun like, where did you get this? I don't know. I don't know that when I go look for something, I find it. It's never a dull moment, you could say. And she was like, where'd you get this stuff? So I don't know. I feel like I'm drawn to it. And I also have these pieces of I have a huge chunk. I would say about 3 foot piece of
damn it. I knew that was gonna happen.
of a mammoth.
Talked about that
of a mammoth tusk. A tusk. And I have that. I own that. And also these pieces of petrified wood where, like, let's say we're camping, right, and we go find some wood, and we're cutting logs. How do we cut the logs? Well, we cut them in quarters, right? And well, I have that, but it's petrified. Logs that are already been cut in quarters, but it's petrified. Because when petrified wood breaks, it doesn't break like it's been cut. It breaks like it's like a glass.
Yeah. You have any understanding how these woods become I mean, you're talking about these certain conditions that happen, but it's like, is it pressure? Is it cold? Is it like all of a sudden it got fucking hot?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. And then, then I put a purple light behind it, then a black light and a red light and a blue light behind it. Mm-hmm. And, I hate to say this, but it feels like something tragic happened at that point, a period of time where it stained the wood. Okay. Yeah, it's people know what I'm talking about. Please feel free to comment. I definitely Mike from Mertzen. There you go. Midnight Mike. He's a colleague of mine, and I remember he brought me a stone, and he said, "I want you to check this out, man." And so I put my headpiece on. I'm looking at the magnifying glasses and whatnot, and I was just beyond flabbergasted. I didn't know what the fuck to say. And I looked at him like, did you alter this thing by any way necessary? I said, no, I didn't. So I said, are you seeing? Man, I saw everything that you just saw. Mm-hmm. It was to a point where it was like demonic, I would say hieroglyphics. So he saw it, then I saw it. And then I showed some other people like, nah, I don't see anything, you're tripping. But then I showed somebody who has degrees, masters and doctorates and whatnot. And they saw exactly what I saw. I was like, so that's 3 people who read this stone, this rock. Mm-hmm. And everything that I saw, she saw. Everything she saw, he saw. So 3 people verified this stone. So it's like, I definitely think I'm onto something. I'm not sure what, but I know it's not normal, and I know it's very special. So
Yeah.
if you ever have time, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and ask some questions that would definitely be happy to bring you in, and you have any,
It's kind of interesting, man.
it's to me it's just fascinating. I love it,
Yeah.
and it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So out there where you're getting, you're just picking them off the ground. There's no caves or
All I know is that the Freitas River and the Conch River, the only things in the world that run backwards are rivers. And I know that the Conch River is very special. Who knows what it is? Who knows what? Maybe it was the blood that was stained on the ground or whatnot. Because like I know like a lot of paranormal stuff has been happening around my area, and I'm not the only person who said this. But like during the Fort Concho thing, where they're blasting the cannons off, boom, boom. They had that football field.
There was a lot of wars against Indians around.
Yeah,
here.
that football field that they had open over there by the Fort Concho.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just a plain football field where the war happened at. It was a complete massacre, and I don't know what, but I don't know that something very spooky is happening around San Angelo and all the way down to the Concho River.
It's a fucking gateway to hell, bro.
Who knows? Who knows? All I know is that.
It's the butthole.
All I know, check this out. Just hear me out. All I know is like downtown real estate is very pricey.
Yeah.
Very pricey.
Yeah.
And
For no reason either.
And if you go downtown, it's completely deserted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of high priced buildings that are very secure and closed off.
Yeah.
For nothing.
On that note about these downtown buildings being expensive, right? Did you see there's these grants that are going around for any business owner that if you own a building downtown and you would like to take care of whatever problem, there's grants, right? Okay, I have a feeling that this bullshit grant was pulled up so fucking Lee Pfluger can get his fucking money to fix that sign.
Absolutely right.
Hey, I would have done it.
Absolutely right.
Hey, just saying.
He's gonna
You
get
know it was.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Smart man.
because they want to extend. They want to extend like when like permanent signs when you have to fucking work on them. Extend their. I mean, pretty much they're making.
That's a city catering to him.
Yes, they're fucking catering.
Suck
him.
his dick already.
I'm sure they have, but it's not enough. He hasn't finished shit.
Yeah. 3 hands.
Yeah, so that when I saw that, I sent it to my wife because I'm like, hey, maybe we can do something in the front of the shop, She's like, no, those are people that own the buildings, and I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Deep,
That whole
deep
situation,
pockets.
and I
Deep
think
pockets.
we've talked about it before about Lee Pfluger and that whole situation with the building and how he got it.
Yeah.
Because the city was going to fine the shit out of the previous owner because they needed to fix the sign. Then this motherfucker buys it from him for super cheap because the guy was like, fuck, I got to get out of this thing.
Yes, I'm gonna be fined to death.
And yet he still hasn't fixed the fucking
No,
sign.
man.
And nobody's fucking with him about the sign.
No,
What the
man.
fuck?
Because they all went after him so he could buy the sign. It's all about the money, man. It's all about your political donors.
That's, yeah.
Yep.
Fucking straight monopoly. Like
Yep.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's how, boy, you better be fucking. Motherfuckers better be lucky I never run. I'm fucking taking all that shit away.
Y'all hear
All
that,
of it.
citizens? Keep voting for
Suck.
Lee Pfluger. Keep on.
They can suck it, dude. I'm taking all that shit away.
Do it, dude.
Oh fuck! Because it's just there's so much bullshit, man, that happens downtown. Like then again,
Yes,
I mean,
there is.
yeah, there's a lot of bullshit that we like. Hey, well, we're catering to people, But I don't understand the amount. I don't understand the budgets in Angelo. I don't understand any of that. So I'm talking out of my ass when I speak a lot of it, right? But a lot of it is like, wait a minute, why are we catering to this guy, but we're overlooking the shit that needs to get done the north side? Or the shit that needs to get done on the south side or the east side. Now, I'm going to talk about the north side because, I mean, that shit.
I had a situation with my trash come up, and it really pissed me off because not yesterday, when we flew back, so they pick up the trash on Mondays on my side of town, and we actually got back into town Tuesday. We were back Tuesday. So, of course, trash had already been picked up. But I was looking around, my neighbor across the street, their trash was still out there. And I was like, oh, shit, they must have put it out late. Lo and behold, I hear like this loud fucking vehicle, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? It sounds like a trash truck. And I go outside, and the fucking trash truck especially came over to pick up her trash. And I was like, what in the fuck? I just had a situation like 2 or 3 weeks ago because I put my trash out on the corner, and it's on my side. It's on my side of the street in front of my driveway, and my neighbors, to the left of me. Well, they had somebody that doesn't normally come over to their house, stay at their house, and they parked their truck within 3 foot of where my trash can was at. Mm-hmm. So the trash truck didn't pick up my trash. They just left it there. I was like, motherfucker. And it was full. And I was like, it was right after Thanksgiving. It's Thanksgiving trash. I was like, motherfucker. So I call him, like, hey, listen, like I took a picture of it. I was like, I can't control where this guy's gonna park. I mean, he's not blocking my driveway, but hey, I pay like I didn't sign anything that said I can't keep, I can't control where this fucking guy's gonna park. You're telling me that your guys can't get off and just move it over?
Yeah.
What's the fucking problem?
Whatever, Mexican. Tell your not to park. Not to park in the way.
She was like, I can send it up to a supervisor and maybe they can take care of it. And I was like, all right, fuck no.
Where's he live? He lives on that side of town.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck him. He can wait.
Yeah, he don't pay enough taxes over there.
He can wait another week.
Fucking bullshit, bro. Yeah, they never came and picked it up. It was like that trash can, and then I had another. What I did is I was like, well, I have a big ass cardboard box. I was like, well, so I guess this week's trash is gonna go in that cardboard box, and I'll put it out there next to them. Of course, that next pickup wasn't bulk day, so they just grabbed from that trash can, dumped it, and left that other one there. I was like, you fucking dickheads.
And me, when they're out there, I go out there and get my what's it called, my trash bin. I'm walking back. And I trip over a little stone. They're like, "Sir, we'll get the street sweepers."
Oh yeah.
Immediately, I apologize.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Exactly, bro. It's so crazy how they cater to like a certain side of town versus another side of town. Like, oh, you live in the numbered streets? Yeah. Oh, we don't give a fuck. Y'all's trash can stay out there for 3 weeks.
It's one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You live on Chavez Boulevard, Martin Luther King. Come on, guys.
You gotta be like Notre Dame,
No, it's weird, man. It's a lot of catering that happens in certain sites.
Oh, absolutely,
absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of investors and and members and stuff like that.
I saw a recent post about San Angelo ISD sinks $400 million bond. So a lot of people were like just upset because like
400 million.
What was the bond for?
400 million, I guess for safety and for improvements.
What's crazy is they just got the vote.
Dude, fuck running for mayor.
This last election,
city
during this last presidential election that we just had in November, there was local voting in there too, and there was this one that had to do with SAISD. Mm-hmm. It was going to increase property taxes in order for them to get like this grant, and it passed. So what the fuck do they need another $400 million for? They got this grant. They got the voting to increase taxes so that way they can go ahead and go forward with this grant.
Because that's money to Ukraine.
It says emphasizing
don't you want Ukraine to win the war?
Embezzling going around that we don't know about.
It says emphasizing the need for critical infrastructure upgrades, safety improvements, and modernized learning environments across the district.
The fuck does that mean? How it's just so incredibly vague. Like, what's that? What to send more money to the fucking Museum of Art?
Yeah,
you know,
bunch of children trafficking. If you ask me,
it needs a new copper roof.
They need a new copper roof. God damn it! How much did they spend on that fucking thing?
We're not gonna go copper this year. We're gonna go stainless steel.
I think that building was like 22 million.
Dude, that fucking copper alone.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And for what? Do we open twice a week?
I don't know.
What do they even use that building for? Is that just the entrance to go to the
trafficking
classes?
I mean, think about it. All these buildings around that place it's completely empty.
Yeah.
They're look tonight. Drive by there, it's dark, and look at these buildings. They're like, why? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah,
a lot of secured empty buildings.
So fucking dumb. Like I was looking, because I'm always curious. I'm always looking for like a building, see how much there is for rent and stuff like that. And I was looking on some of the shit downtown that was for sale, right? And I'm like, oh, this is a good little building. Fuck, I go look at the price, 1.6 mil.
God,
get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah,
some of the shit closer to like where Fat Bosses is like over $1 million, man.
Yeah, it's been occupied.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And it's fucking dumb, dude. A lot of it's storage, like the old Nathan's.
Yep,
that motherfucker broke. I think it was over two mil.
That motherfucker should be condemned.
Well, it's got good bones. She's got good bones.
It's been empty for a long, long time.
Well, it was an antique store for up till about last year.
Yeah, like 2 years.
It's been Nathan's and an antique store, and that's it. But everything around, everything around us, it's always been closed since we were kids. The whole fucking downtown.
Yeah, all the downtown. There was a point in time when we were kids. There was not one goddamn thing downtown. There was no reason to go downtown unless you're paying your water bill or your gas bill.
Yeah,
that was the only reason to go downtown. The library. They forgot to have that. Or you had court.
Or even or even that jail right in front of the courthouse. That's
empty.
Registration.
They barely opened that thing.
they
And
put
they
a
closed it.
fuckload of money into that to redo that fucking building, and now it sits empty.
Because they can't use both of them.
You
Right?
can't use both jails. Yeah, they went and built this other fucking prison. Basically,
It's a prison.
it's crazy, man.
It's just there's a lot. I mean, I would love to sit down, and with like I said, I need somebody who does better research than I do because a lot of the stuff has got to be public information. Well, actually, a lot of it is public. Actually, all of it's public information.
Supposed to be.
Yeah,
But
anything.
the problem is they some shit actually gets put out there, some shit doesn't. Some shit gets the wording of it gets changed so much. That who the fuck can understand it?
Yeah,
That's
You
what I
have
was
to be
gonna
a lawyer.
say.
You have
is
to be a
like-
lawyer,
Yeah.
And even then, the lawyer has to have a library of books in order to translate some of the words.
yeah. So that tells you right then and there that there's fuckery. If you if you have to change the wording because well, whatever, you're hiding something.
Yeah, there's stuff
So
that's
I would-
omitted. from
yeah.
it.
Like I would love to get like a team of people that'd be like, hey, well, let's try to knock this out. Let's find out some information. What do you want to know? What's the city budget? Where's all the money going? Where's the expenses that go everywhere?
You're not gonna get that far.
Yeah, you're not.
Fuck no.
That's what everybody was
I
saying.
think I
You'll be
think you will.
arrested.
I think you will
Yeah.
if you make it noticeable. If you
But I think
put it in
it's
a lot of people's ears before
there's
you get
layers
started.
upon layers, and at every layer, there's another group of people that you have to deal with,
Yes.
and it just keeps going.
But that's the other thing, though, is that you got to find out the layers because the layers you got to dismantle. Hey, this shit's gone. This shit's gone.
Yeah, because a lot of these buildings downtown, they're definitely masons. A lot of them are masons in San Angelo, and dealing with the masons. I mean, my opinion in this, like he say, don't mess with that.
Yeah.
They'll fucking bury you, man, and they'll have paperwork on it. And
a lot of these buildings downtown.
they'll discredit you.
Yeah.
That's that.
A lot of these buildings downtown sit empty, and they've been empty for a long, long time. They're more of an eyesore than anything. There's
Even
that
that
old
federal
hotel
building.
that's
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
on the corner of Chadburn and Concho.
Yep, that's the that's what.
Oh yeah.
That building should be fucking torn down. It's a fucking eyesore. Like they beautify everything else, and then you have this big ass fucking building that's right there that's completely empty.
And nothing will ever be done with it because the asbestos in it.
Yep.
The pipes. It doesn't even have running water further up.
Yeah, you couldn't even have
Yeah.
restrooms up there because
Couldn't have
there's
restrooms.
no plumbing all the way up.
So that whole bullshit, So I don't know exactly. Like, there's a guy out of Houston that owns a building. He's an Indian or Pakistani, whatever it is.
Of course.
He owns a building. So he holds on to it, pays his taxes on it, and shit like that. He bought the fucking thing for under $100,000.
Oh, it's investment property.
it's investment
It's gonna
property.
appreciate.
So
he's not
just-
going to do shit with it.
He sits on it until somebody buys it or they force him to tear
Something
the fucking
falls
thing
on
down.
somebody, and
Yeah. Which, I mean, it has happened. That's why they took
Really?
the canopies off front, right? Then there's that
Yeah.
cross that was up on top. That's gone.
then the fire exit on the side.
Oh yeah, the escape is right there.
Yeah.
There's also a back part of it too where it's only like maybe 2 stories up, and it goes all the way to the alley. And then there's a stack, like a smoke stack over it. Like maybe there was a kitchen or a boiler back there or something. Crematorium, something.
So they burn their hose.
Yep.
And when they bordello, when they would pull them out of the
bordello.
fucking, out of the what's called the fucking the tunnels.
Yeah, but that stack has cables like guidelines on it. So if those things ever give way, does that stack fall over and hurt somebody?
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know, but I mean, there's a lot of shit that's happening downtown that I'm just like, what the fuck? Why come we're not? Anybody else, you would have reamed them over the fact. And that's the other thing is that just because there's layers to this, just because there's people involved, doesn't mean like nothing's ever going to change unless someone gets involved and be like, no, I'll tackle these fucking layers.
Yeah.
I'll tackle these fucking people that are, and that's the other thing is just, it's more or less as you find out, expose it.
Yeah.
Find out, get with the fucking, I don't think San Angelo Live would help you much, but get with like a Matt, get with, other people that have other ways to, to spread the message around.
Speaking of that, I went on a hike, right? And I was on Allen Street. And on Allen Street, there was these foster home, buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like 2 stories, 3 stories, high and tall and stuff.
Which street?
On Allen Street.
Allen Street, okay.
Right? And there's this building, it's those buildings you can't touch because San Angelo owns it or whatnot. And the top floor has this stained glass, and the stained glass is a picture of a goat looking out of a window. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's a sign of a paganism. I cult, but like a cult. And so I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm walking down the street, and then my dog, he just catches a scent, Clover, and he starts going down to the water creek. So I let him follow his scent. So I'm going down there, and instead of going towards the very bottom, I'll go around. So now I'm behind this house towards the water, but I'm coming up on it now. And I run into, I don't even want to say it. I run into a tunnel, a huge tunnel.
David, you're on TV right now.
A tunnel where, thank you. a tunnel where this desk can fall in it. It's a huge tunnel.
Uh-huh.
And there's a huge boulder right on top of it. And the thing is, this tunnel is right behind that house. So, downtown, the way I'm thinking about, like, what's going on with downtown? Why is it empty? It's been empty for years. And then there's that tunnel, and there's that home, foster kids, whatnot. I'm like, I just want to stop right there because I'm kind of,
Yeah.
it's scary.
But without going into the tunnel, there's a lot of assumptions. So
The tunnel's blocked with a huge boulder.
are we going spelunking?
It's a huge boulder.
Yeah.
The fuck boulder?
Yeah. Well, see, something like
It was
that.
put there, it was put there on purpose.
bold- yeah.
Yeah, it was put there on
Yeah,
purpose.
someone put that. It's like, don't go in there. I'm like, huh.
Yeah.
It's spooky.
Yeah, but see, on something like that, right? Get a bunch of people together and be like, we're going to go in that bitch. What are they going to do? Stop all 20 of y'all?
Yes.
Nah, see, that's the thing. Nothing will ever, like, it's what if shit was happening?
I think,
What if there are fucking go there and eating foster babies in that fucking hole? Like,
I think what we need would be like maybe an RCA car, maybe with the camera.
but
yeah.
But the hole's big, right?
It's covered. I mean, there's
But it's big, right?
I mean, it's like.
Could you maybe
it's like
chip a corner out so that way you can put a car in there? Maybe
put a couple hands in there, but here or there. But besides the person going in there, I don't see it. But I would love to show you sometime. Maybe
get a hold of one of the homeboy with one
we'll
of
have
his
to be
remote
really
cars.
quiet.
Put a camera and a light on it.
Go play Scooby Doo for a little bit, and go.
Scooby Doo.
See those little cameras they put on the cat's
just
collar?
saying that.
Oh yeah.
One of those.
What if you go through it, right, and then you come up into some fucking
You find
in
something
the living room of someone's house, and there's fucking candles and shit like
Las
that.
Vegas.
There's
They have the mole people that live in those
Yeah.
tunnels below Vegas, and they've got their full on.
You go up, there's a
couches down
chalice
there.
and shit, and a fucking pentagram on the
what,
ground.
Oh, shit.
What I'm scared of, is that I'm gonna end up being right.
Uh,
You know what I'm saying?
but see, on that note, wouldn't you want to be right and save some fucking foster babies?
Sure, of course,
Yeah, there you
So-
go.
of course.
So we gotta.
At that same time,
Yeah,
you're gonna put the spotlight on you, though.
But then again, you get your families involved, your friends involved. I mean, you're going up against, I would say, Illuminati type of shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Anonymous tip and share it
Mason.
on social
But-
media so people know.
And the only way you could get something out like that would be social media, because calling the police or calling somebody,
Oh yeah,
they're
no.
involved. You
Yeah,
know, and,
exactly.
it's there, and I'm kind of scared.
Yeah.
I think I fucked up just mentioning it, honestly.
See, I don't know if it's hard for me to go that far down. I mean, it's fun, right? It's fun to talk about stuff like that. But, I've always told myself, if you ever want to change, you got to be the one to fall on the sword.
Yeah.
You have to be the one, because you're right. So you see, sometimes you see things that other people don't.
Yeah.
And they're so oblivious to it. Like you're telling us about it, and I'm like, oh, that's it could be something, but it's hard to. You really got to throw yourself out there, and
Gotta
be
be
like,
that whistleblower.
yeah, you got to be that whistleblower. You got to be the one.
Put your hands out like this. Scoot down a little bit over here.
With these powers combined,
That's how big that boulder is.
It's morphin' time.
bigger than that.
This is the hole,
That's more.
That's a big ass boulder.
and it's not like a dug hole. It's a concreted hole, a tunnel, like professional made tunnel.
What if it's goes to the sewer and shit,
It probably does.
I don't see no smell.
That's that smell that comes out every fucking so
or it's a
often.
fucking cavern? Maybe it's the fucking cavern that they're not telling us.
I don't know.
We don't know.
There's a fucking somebody put a huge boulder on top of that,
Yeah,
so they don't want you to go inside.
I mean, if it's close to
come
downtown,
out.
it could be definitely in the tunnels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Water well? Old water well?
Tiffany, I definitely agree with you on that one.
the what?
Tiffany.
Yeah, with the tunnels, since it's close to downtown.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing with Mrs. Hattie's going down to the mayor's office, bullshit. There's a whole bunch of fucking tunnels down there,
No.
a lot, and they only tell you what you want to hear. Yeah. But I seriously think that San Angelo is something else, man.
Well, I know that. I mean, we know there's groups of people. We know this. You know, secret societies don't just stop at big cities.
Mm-mm.
You know, there's the fucking. What do they call that when the fucking, I guess you could say different chapters. I was going to say motorcycle clubs. You know, they got chapters.
yeah.
You got different chapters of this shit. They got different levels of this shit, you know, and it all goes down because the real power is all the small governments make up the big government. You know, everyone's got ties to somebody. Everybody got ties to do shit. So what if there is? What if there is a fucking...
I believe San Angelo is some type of hub, some type of
so visiting Dave.
Yeah, fuck.
Visiting Dave's ghost conspiracy theory. Tune in next week.
I'm just scared. Honestly, I'm just scared.
When Dave discovers the Illuminati under San Angelo.
Yeah, man, it's just like Jesus Christ. I'm just fucking scared.
Reptilian babies are born in the Contra River when David discovers the hidden link.
Yeah.
To Bigfoot.
Fuck me, I fucked up. I forget what I said. Forget it. I take it. I lied about everything. I'm liar. I gotta go, guys. Bye.
Gotta edit that
but
out.
it wouldn't. I mean, I would go like I would start off simple, you know, with stuff like that. You know, you go down there with the fucking high power flashlight, sign it in there, you take some pictures and stuff like that. You start off small, then you get comfortable. You're like, I'm gonna go a little bit further because I know what you're talking about with some of these holes, right? Like there was some of these tunnels like out where I grew up. And there were more sewer tunnels, but it was like they don't kind of lead anywhere, you know? Because we did, you know, we would go in there, we would go fucking quite a ways with the drainage, the water drainage for the roads.
Yeah.
No, they're pretty fucking big. I don't know if you've ever been in them.
I've been in them.
I have been in them.
You can't stand there, but you kind of got to squat, but you can go quite a ways.
Like those two tunnels where Stripes and the base is at, from that place to across the street, it's underneath it.
When we were kids, we would play at some that were at the end of.
It's bigger than that.
Like
okay,
I can't remember what street it is. It's like down there by like 10th Street and 8th Street.
Yeah.
There's this one main street where all the water would come down this street and go all the way down to these tunnels. This is before the Houston Hart Expressway was there. It just used to be Houston Hart going this way, and Houston Hart going this way. You can go down into those tunnels and you would come out on the other side of the train tracks by by Edison.
Okay, yeah.
But it was like there's all these little offshoots too.
Yes.
I remember taking an offshoot one time, and all it was like a street drain. So the water along the curve, and then it would drop down into a street drain.
Yeah.
But they all end up over there by the railroad tracks.
Yeah. Like there's these. I get what you're saying about some of this shit, right? And there's some businesses in San Angelo that I'm like, man, how do they stay open?
There's no fucking way they make
Right.
that much money.
You know,
Exactly.
That's prime time. That's $3,500 a month.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
How are you staying open? You know what I mean? And I'm like, and then
Laundry.
y'all drive nice vehicles and stuff like that, right? And then sometimes you can go downtown, right? These buildings that are fucking been closed down for a while. And all of a sudden, maybe once, twice a month, well, not once a month, once every 6 months, you go to this building that you've never seen any fucking traffic through. Now all of a sudden, there's like 20 cars parked outside.
Oh, I've seen that.
You know, and I'm like, what the what's going on? What's going on here? You know, and I don't know if you're familiar with a lot of the stuff downtown, but there are little buildings that, if you drive by them right now, they look abandoned. Anytime during the day, they look abandoned. Right?
I don't believe that they're abandoned.
Oh no, they're not abandoned. You know, I don't know what they are. They could be little speakeasies that, you know, who knows? You know, it's kind of one of those you got to be invited to.
Password is.
Yeah.
Caucus.
Well, for the longest time, right there, and it's actually something now that you can go into. Where Dead Horse is at, there was this building right next to it, and for the longest time, something was going on there, but nobody was ever invited. And there was doors and curtains were always closed. And then one day, there was a sticker on the door that said Longhorn Club.
Yep.
But it was a private club. Like you couldn't just go in there. Like you had to know somebody.
Nice bar, dude.
Yeah, it was nice. Now it's actually, I think it's a bar, and it's like it used to have a barbecue place inside of it too. You know, it's a brewery now is what it is.
Oh, Plateau.
There you go.
Okay.
But for the longest time, it was closed to the public. You couldn't just go up in there.
Well, a little bit the street over and the street back, right near where we got that bitch.
Oh, okay.
Okay, right across the street.
Not you, Tiffany.
No,
I was like, dang, okay.
My
name's Tiffany Taylor.
the table. Right across the street there. You ever notice? Go by there.
I am that
There's a
bitch.
single door.
Okay.
There's a single door, and it looks just like a back door to something, and it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some.
Yes, that's it. That spooky quietness.
Yep.
That's what I feel right now all the time. Every time I drive by downtown. Yeah.
Have you ever been over to on the south side? If you go to the south side rec, you got the south side rec, and there's a playground, and there's a big, huge open field.
Yeah.
And then there's an old, maybe a school building at one time, but it's fenced off all the way around. You can't even access it, but it's way back there. It's overgrown, completely overgrown. I don't even know what it is. Like, it's been there forever. I've never known what it is. You can't even access it. It's got a huge 10-foot fence all the way around it, and it's just been back there.
Let's take a hike sometime.
You ever seen it?
Shoot.
I know what you're talking
Really
about.
up my alley.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
You know who the perfect place to drag along to do this? Jack.
Oh, yeah.
Jack Miller.
With the blue line whistleblower.
Whistleblower. Because he would. He'd be like, I'm going to go down that hole. I think he would.
Yeah.
He'd be like, they already know who he is, you know. It's not like,
Yeah.
have him go fucking live on Facebook or whatever, something where it's like,
tell him to give me a call.
The only, but the only thing with
Seriously.
it is you've got to get permission to go into some of these places because you don't want to get trespassing.
that's the thing.
Well,
Is
see,
it,
if you get a phone
half
call,
these
you
people
can
that
be
do
directed.
this, you know,
So like
They're already trespassing.
they're already
yeah,
trespassing.
this is true. But the one that really fucks you is if it becomes, well, is this building that y'all are trespassing on? Can this be considered a dwelling? Like at one time was this a home? It might not be livable at all, but at one time it was a home or an apartment. Because even though it's fucking falling apart or whatever, it was a home at one time. They can get you for burglary of habitation, which is a
Yes.
felony.
Yeah.
Even though nobody lives there for 100 years.
Yeah. Which
You
is the risk you got to take.
Yeah.
Because let's say you do go back there and then you open the bitch up and there's fucking skeletons of babies that are hanging on the fucking
Jesus.
wall. You know,
would
then
be
it's
fucking-
Austria, you have to go
Yeah.
there.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, because I'm like, then all of a sudden, oh, you can't keep it quiet no more. Now we got to figure out who owns this building, who owns this land, and what the fuck were y'all doing? You know, because that's the stuff that gets exposed, and that stuff will never get exposed. If we like, hey, do we have permission to go back to that building?
Yeah.
You have to.
They're like,
'cause,
we got clean house, guys.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
ones that
exactly.
really get discovered, man, are the ones that I was like, we trespass. Oh fuck yeah, we trespassed. We went in there. We took video. We took all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
There's no hiding it.
I
Not-
just
and
stumbled in here.
Yeah,
by
you want to
accident.
take me? You want to take me to court
And now you gotta
because I
target-
trespassed?
and now you gotta target your
Let me
back.
spill you the beans on everything that I got.
Yeah. Let me tell you what I found in there.
Now you're
Yeah.
being followed. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Do you remember when I was working for you
Fuck
and we
you.
were doing roustabout work when we were back on that creek out there?
Oh yeah.
Coyote Creek, I think was what it was. Like it was an old ghost town. Like there used to be a town along this creek.
Hatchel, right?
Hatchel.
Yeah.
There's like you couldn't even like if you can see where the area is on the map, but as you drive through there, you're like, what town? There's nothing there. It's just farmland now.
An old town.
But yeah, along the creek, there's these really old houses. They're like falling apart. They're so old that they have outhouses.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's little buildings where they have outhouses
Jesus,
to them.
can you
Yeah,
Imagine that.
we were back there one time, man, and like there's no like there's a frame of a house. Some of them have like half of a wall still up. They're really like 100-year-old homes.
Yeah.
But you could see through there, and I was like, holy shit! Like somebody lived over here. This was an actual town at one time, like 100 years ago. You know?
Hills have eyes type of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I felt like, yeah.
It is
You're
kind of
being
creepy.
watched. You're
yeah.
being watched. Don't think you're not.
Yeah, it is kind of creepy being back
Well,
there.
what's cool though, as old as those houses are, they're still semi-standing.
I know.
How is
Yeah.
that wood not
How is
rot?
that, exactly. How is that house still? The frame is still up.
Yeah.
You know, I think there was one particular house that the roof was still on, and it still had walls all the way around it, and it was like 100-year-old home. I remember that.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this fucking thing is still standing. It was kind of scary. It was like, this is like
Someone's-
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
shit
Yeah,
right
there you go.
Yeah.
Like, come across Leatherface.
Mm-hmm.
When y'all say that, I literally was driving like behind Edison, like in those
The warehouses.
where all
Yep.
those warehouses are. But like, there's such old houses and like random
yeah.
buildings back there. I'm like, man,
Brick roads.
I'm sure like a lot of homeless
Rick Road.
people catch stuff that they don't realize that they catch. You know, just from walking or staying in these places.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
my bad.
The homeless don't go down there.
I'm sure they do. That's another one. Reach out and is like, dude, I know you get because they do get into these fucking warehouses. They get into these abandoned houses and they stay there. I'm like, come on, man. Have you seen something? What's up? What's up? I was like, I'll give you $50.
Yeah.
If you go into that building and snoop around, here's an iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Go
flipping
there and
his
take
phone
some
real
pictures
quick.
and shit.
when we were
Put a GoPro on a homeless guy.
He comes out with his fucking eyes ripped out of his fucking eye behind.
when we were down in when we were in Chicago, we were trying to find this place this past weekend, and so I put it in my GPS, and it's like walking directions on how to get to this place. So we're walking, and it says take the stairs down, and I'm like, stairs down? Well, shit, there's stairs here. I guess we're going through a tunnel. I had heard that there's tunnels underneath the city streets of Chicago that you can get to different buildings, right? I thought that's what we were going. No, that's not where we were going. We were just basically on like a underground garage, and the GPS didn't tell me to take that next set of stairs to go up across the street. It just said keep going, 100 feet or whatever. And we're just walking along, and I'm telling you, there was fucking homeless people lined up all up underneath there. And I'm like, dude, I don't know about this. It seemed kind of fucking don't seem right. And we stopped, and we're like, okay, we need to turn back around and go back the other way because I think GPS fucked us up here. But could you imagine, like, Chicago's an old fucking city.
Oh, I can't imagine.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you heard about some of these railways in New York City?
Yeah.
That are no longer
abandoned subways.
More people.
Dude, not even, more people. Entire fucking train cars are there.
Yeah,
entire abandoned fucking stations down there.
Entire civilization abandoned.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the Ninja Turtles.
The Ninja Turtles, yeah.
Yep. Which I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised. Why? None of that's surprising to me. You ever heard there's this, like, what they call liquid mud, right? Which is this fucking phenomenon that nobody knows what happened. It's a weird fucking, it's a weird urban, I don't want to say urban legend because it's true, where, like, the one story I was telling you, this guy was working on his fucking house, right? So he goes to digging and shit like that because I do fix some plumbing. Fuck, he breaks through, man, and there's fucking nothing underneath it. He thinks it's in a fucking cavern. So they shine a light. There's a fucking living room underneath him.
Oh my God.
He's like, wait a minute. What happened? There's another story to this building. There's another story to this house. And there's old stories over there where this mud,
the Great Flood.
Yes, there you go.
The great mud floods.
Mud floods that would just go through these things and just cover everything on top. And cover entire houses, and they would just build on top of it. And there's some of these back to Chicago because we were just there. There was something going on there. I have to look at the story, but they had to lift basically all of these buildings downtown. And we were using jacks, like fucking what do you call them? Bottle jacks. To lift entire fucking buildings up. That way they can, raise the entire city up a level or two. Yeah. So who fucking knows, like, what's down below these old fucking cities like that? San Angelo's an old town, so who fucking knows? There are tunnels there.
San Angelo has some of those buildings. Downtown Boulevard, have you ever seen those buildings where that church or even City Hall? I mean, yeah, look at the windows. The windows are on the ground level.
Yeah,
that's
right.
And they're like, what the...
Have you ever been to the state school?
Not in years, man.
State school is an old
it's
fucking
spooky
place.
Out there,
yeah,
man.
hell yeah.
Hella spooky.
Fuck yeah, it is. I used to work out there at nighttime. That's a fucking crazy fucking place out there.
Yeah.
Originally, it was supposed to have been a resort.
The fuck?
Yeah, originally that's what it was. It was supposed to be some type of fucking resort. And then tuberculosis got real bad. And so they ended up making it, I think the state took it over and made it into a ward for people with tuberculosis. So a lot of people were just confined there and died there.
Oh, fuck.
And then eventually it became like a hospital.
Well, I heard some stories out there.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy
one of them
place.
was like first stories from my brother, right? And he's like, they have this whole thing out there. You don't show up early. You don't go to work early. You go to work on time.
Yeah.
So anyways, he's like, I'm going to show up early. I ain't got nothing else better to do. So he's working in maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
So he drives back there. I go, well, I don't know, because I don't know the layout of the building, but he drove back there out to the maintenance, and he's in the fucking parking lot waiting to go in. And he happens to look up, and he's early. We're talking about like 30, 40 minutes early. Because, I guess he couldn't sleep.
Shift starts at 6 a.m., so yeah, he's probably like 5 a.m., something like that.
So he's like, I got nothing else better to do. I'll just go to work. What am I going to do? Just chill at home with the fucking lights off? Because everybody was still asleep.
Yeah.
So anyways, he goes out there, and he's like, he sees some lady walking around back there, and he's like, what the fuck? One of the patients got out.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there staring at this bitch, and he's like, fuck. So he kind of gets up, gets out of his car, goes over there and tries to find somebody. Can't find nobody, right? So he comes back out, and he's like, chick's gone. And he's like, what the fuck? She disappeared. Shift starts, whatever. He gets a hold of maintenance. Everybody starts showing up. He's like, hey, man, there's this chick that was out. Who do I need to get a hold of saying they got somebody that's outside? They're like, Anthony, you don't show up early. They're like, yeah,
Seriously?
yeah, bro. It's just like, that's not somebody. He goes, we know who you're talking about, and they're not.
Yeah, it's not a patient.
Yeah, it's not a patient. He's like, what the fuck? What do you mean? He's like, that's not a patient, man. What you saw was a fucking ghost.
That's enough questions, okay?
Yeah, that's pretty much, bro. Pretty much. And
Yeah.
then he's like,
I wasn't going to go to the restroom.
it's too dark in that hallway, huh? Yeah.
That light should come on automatically, bro.
This doesn't, okay?
I'll hold it.
Can we,
So that
can we
shit,
end
right?
right
He
now?
was like, he's like, what the
We'll go home.
fuck? He's like, yeah, man, that's not a patient. We know who you're talking about. We know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He goes, that's why he tell you, you do not show up early.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can we
even
end it?
even this building that we're in right here, this is a pretty fucking old building.
Yeah.
too. You know, and there's a basement to this building that used to be a recording studio. So,
So the devil used to record downstairs.
damn.
But the devil went down to Angelo. He was finding for some soda steel.
I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out. Terrified of stuff, man. I mean, it's out of our reach, and people hide it for a reason. And we go playing Scooby Doo, and Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think they're hiding it, man. I just think they show up when they show up, and who's ever, I guess, in the right mindset or the right frequency that day, you know.
Yeah.
I think you just you see shit.
Yeah.
I got a funny story. When I worked at the state school, I was working nights at this time. This is about 3 o'clock in the morning, which is about par when you're going to see some crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
Usually right around 3 o'clock in
Devil's
the morning.
hour.
Yeah,
Right?
I was about to say the devil's hour.
So I remember it was just me and one other person that were working there. The night crew is usually like 2 or 3 people at the most. And so we had the back door open. Everybody's asleep. You know, it's just us. We're smoking a cigarette or some shit. And from where we're at, there's this old house that's right in the middle. So there's like old streets that run through there, which they're cars. It's mostly golf carts that you ride around that place with, right?
Okay.
So you got a street going this way and one coming this way, and right in the middle is like a curb. Like it was like a decorative curb with like grass, you know, and it leads up to this big home. It's like a 2.5 story. I guess if you count the attic, you know, because there's a window up there too, and it's an old colonial style home. Yeah. It's right in the middle of the whole fucking campus, you know. It's not nothing. There used to be offices in there at one point in time. For some reason, there's no longer offices in there.
Yeah.
They use it as storage. It's a big, pretty building. It's just storage. Why? So, anyways, this fog. Have you ever been somewhere and fog rolls in?
Oh yeah.
So this fucking heavy fog,
Thick as shit.
just rolls in, and the building fucking disappears.
Oh my God.
Right? But what's crazy is we're like, yeah, and it happened so fast. Like we were just there looking out there, and all of a sudden this fog rolls in, and it happened fast. But then you see this little. It looks like a light. I'm like, there's no light. There's no electricity to that building. Why is there a fucking light on over there?
Oh my God.
So I was like, fuck that. We go back inside. I don't know what that light is. We come back out like maybe an hour later, and the fog has kind of calmed down. You know, it's still foggy, but it's not heavy. I can see the building. But now I'm seeing this light flicker.
It's like Silent Hill.
It's like flicker, and then it moves, and then it flickers, and it moves another way. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, go see what it is, bitch. And like, fuck you. You go see what it is. So
Like,
I'm
come on, gang.
I know.
I'm like, I want to see what it is, you know. I'm like, I'm that dumbass, you know. So I'm like,
I'm gonna go look for
You're
my
that
glass-
white chick.
I'm that white chick. So there
I'm
I
gonna go look for
go.
my glasses.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. While I'm walking up to it, I'm kind of like, fuck. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? This is stupid.
Yeah.
What if it is something? What am I gonna do if it is something? Nope. I don't just talk myself out of it. I'm gonna do it. I just keep going. I walk up the fucking steps.
Oh my God.
And I'm looking inside the window because it's these big, huge windows. There's an emergency light in there, and there's a fucking moth in there that's catching that reflection. Big ass moth, like a white moth, and it's catching that reflection as it's fluttering around. Like, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
But that's how the mind works, though.
Yes.
The mind
You find a reason,
The mind
yeah.
can fuck you
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
man.
Group hysteria is no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the mind can fuck you up. Like, you think you see something in your mind, and really it's not.
Your mind-
it's
your
not
mind
even
is
close to what you're
programmed that-
thinking
that
it is. You know?
Yeah. Oh, your imagination runs wild.
Yes, yeah.
It's like, oh, there's a fucking ghost and it's calling me in.
Yeah.
Freddy Cougar. Ugh, fuck. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I've never seen hard evidence. I mean, except for that one shit that I saw in the bedroom, but I was just like,
Even then, you started to talk it off, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, that's not what I thought it was.
yeah, because it's like, man, what am I really seeing? You know,
Yeah.
what is that? And then just fucking pass out. And I'm like, what the fuck? But it's funny. Before I pass out, I'm like, oh shit, it knocked me out.
Mm-hmm.
Fall right to sleep.
When we were at the hotel with Tiffany
Yeah,
at the Pearl, right?
yeah, the
Yep.
Pearl of Culture.
that was a crazy situation. Like we all had all this energy, and then we go to that was it the penthouse, and then all of a sudden everybody's energy is gone. Like everybody's just super tired and ready to go Mimi's.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck happened?
So I wonder, there's no, I mean, I guess definitively there's no hard proof of ghosts.
I don't think so.
Right. I don't.
And all these ghost hunter shows,
Yeah.
they've still not been able to confirm or deny.
Yeah.
You know.
But even then, I mean, like, even if you were to come up with it, right, or put something up online, people would dismiss it.
Sure, yeah.
So I
Everybody
mean,
always has like, no.
Yeah.
Or when somebody does actually like, boom, he actually found it, and then it comes out like years later that he faked it.
he faked it, like that Zach Brannon guy.
Yeah. That's
With
fucked
the
up,
fucking
right?
murder house. I'm like, dude, come on, man. We got a lot of money invested, or people are not money, but like me, I got time
invested, yeah.
And I'm like, I get it. It's cool. You know what I mean? Hey, you got me.
Mm-hmm.
You got me. The whole story was great, but I'm like, you know, we're all here a finite amount of time.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be nice to have definitive proof. They'd be like, hey, there's a fucking ghost.
Yeah.
Shit actually, you know, pops off that way.
Well, the thing that kind of, and it's hard, I mean, because who even knows, but I'm thinking like the Egyptians.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing really that says that they believed in ghosts, but they definitely believed in the afterlife.
Yes.
Because look at what they did in their burials. I mean, look how intricate that stuff was. You know, gilded coffins, you know. They would have entire rooms dedicated with all these jewels and stuff to take with them to the afterlife.
Yeah.
And it's like they definitely believed in the afterlife.
Well, did they do that? They didn't do they didn't do that for everybody.
No,
They
not
just
everybody.
did-
just
yeah.
the people that were important.
Yeah.
You know, they got.
See, and that's
they
kind of
got
one of
that.
those things too. Is like, hey, when I die, this is what I want.
Yeah.
You know, or their sons. Of course, their position would get, you know, transferred over to their kids or to their son, to the oldest son. The son's like, bury my dad with all his treasures. I want him. You know, they would go all out because you don't
Right.
see skeletons of anybody else.
Yeah, I know. That's what happened to their. Well, how did they bury the rest of the people? The actual Egyptian citizens.
They just threw them in a fucking.
Because
hole, bro.
there's no cemeteries.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
I
they burn
I think if you dig deep enough, you find them.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's just, you know, with that, but like say Egypt, for instance, they've had to remove a lot just to uncover the Sphinx.
Sure, yeah.
And so you still got to keep digging down after it.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe.
You know, below that. But once you hit, like, I guess the problem is with the government right now, right? They're saying, hey, no more excavating further than this. So
Yeah.
you don't get to find all that.
The regulations over there are pretty heavy. Like,
Yeah.
they don't want you discovering
Which is
things.
crazy because I'm like, yo, you know, we all share this planet. You know, if there was an advanced civilization that was older,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they weren't fucking Neanderthals. They weren't they weren't dumb.
Yeah.
You know, they actually had buildings. They had, because obviously they did because they're still standing.
Yeah.
You know, instead of hiding this shit, it almost seems like they're hiding something. You know, it's like, well, we don't want you to know exactly what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there were fucking giants that actually moved these fucking bricks. Hey, man, why don't you fucking tell us? Which it all goes back to that. It all goes back to like the Vatican, right?
Well, we don't want y'all to know that.
Yeah,
we want to be able to control what y'all know. and
Yes.
this is what we want y'all to know.
And like before the podcast, we were talking about the shit that's going on in the Vatican for this Jubilee year, right? So New Year's Eve, right, David? New Year's Eve, you know, they're opening these tombs, but they're calling them seals,
Yeah.
right? So, and they setting up these live fucking cameras that are be recording in front of a tomb. And they're calling it the Tomb of Lucifer. And I'm like, well, hold on, what? Wait, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing here? You know, and it's like, I don't know exactly what the whole fucking
the
thing is.
Vatican?
Yeah. This year, St. Peter's Basilica, is that they're putting this fucking, like, they're doing this whole fucking thing, man. And I wish I had something I can pull it up. But it's what are we doing?
Yeah.
I mean, are we trying to usher in these end of days? And it's like, hey, you know, all this shit that's happening,
Right.
you know,
Come on in.
yeah, all this shit that's happening. I'm like, well, what are we doing here?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, what the fuck? And what's funny is I always thought that something like that would be in Switzerland, because didn't we talk about Switzerland was actually the gateway,
That's where it's at.
right?
Well, that's where CERN is, right?
Yeah.
That's where CERN is. So we're talking about the gateway there. But I'm like, who's to say all of it's not part of this
Sure.
shit, right?
But the Vatican, who are the actual guards, the military of the Vatican?
the Vatican?
No, it's the Swiss
the
Guard.
Swiss- oh,
the
no
Swiss
shit.
Guard is a military of the Vatican.
Ah.
It's not the Italians.
Yeah.
It's
So isn't what's outside of fucking Switzerland? Is it Mount Herman?
Mm.
Is that where the devil was cast down?
Yeah. There you go.
So it's right there, right? So they got the CERN there. They got all the biggest they got NATO, they got the WHO, they got, all the,
and they're a neutral country.
Yeah, they're a neutral country, but all these big dicks, they literally, I guess, say what happens in the fucking world. They're
the home
saying.
isn't that like the home of the banking system too?
Yes, all that in that area. It's like, well, fuck, man. And then you got the fallen angels that apparently through biblical times or biblical readings, is it right there on that?
That's where they
mountain.
all landed.
That's where they all landed. Oh, it's just like, what the fuck? What
you got over there, David? I see you looking at something.
I don't want to pull this up.
Pull it up.
I don't want to pull it up.
Let's do it. Your phone's already about to melt. I can see. Look at it.
do you want off this place or not, David?
Yeah.
Man, hold on, let me just find it real quick.
It's only one way out of here, bro.
I really don't want to open this up.
Did you see yourself on TV a while ago?
I can't find it. I'll find it, and I really don't want to pull it up, but I'm gonna find it.
Well, what is it?
Well, I was in a photo shoot, and I had my hair out, and so I'm
You got to stay close to the microphone.
Yeah, I was taking a break, and I was just like breathing, and I was like. And I put my hair down. I put my head down. And then I got on camera where something raises my hair up like that. Like this.
Where was your photo shoot at? Like, where was the location?
At the apartment.
Oh, shit.
I had my cameras up and had my head down, and my hair was down. Picks up, not just the hair. Like I'm talking about, like a lock of hair.
Mm-hmm.
Picks it up, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I raise my eyebrows up, like, and it just drops down.
Damn.
I'll find it on video, and but it's terrifying.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Something
yeah.
You actually had like something.
Yeah.
Physically.
Yeah.
Grab a part of you.
Yeah, and I knew it was there because it got real quiet, like too quiet. And then I looked up like, what the fuck? And then I put my head down and I see it. I feel it. And luckily I was recording the whole time.
Damn.
I caught it. And that's what I'm trying to find right now. And I got a lot of shit on my phone. And but I'll find it. But I'm sure, I guess I could conjure it up again.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's spooky, man. I don't know why I was. I don't know if I'm attracted to it or I'm some type of vessel or whatnot. But I know.
Well, don't they say like some people are more sensitive to it than others?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm definitely that person, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's happened all my life. It's just spooky sometimes, man. It definitely gets overwhelming.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Or you see it because you need to get right.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
I want to say yeah, but I think I'm past that point.
No, you never
No.
pass that point. That's the whole idea, bro. Is you're always.
You know
able to
how I
come
know
back.
you're not past that point? Because there was a guy that was fucking hung up right next to him.
Yeah.
And on his dying bed, before he passed, he's
Yeah.
like, "Would you forgive me?" You know, no, it's never too late, man. There's fucking murderers that fucking. It's never too late.
Yeah.
It's never too late. I mean, I'm not a what's it called, religious person.
Yeah.
You know, so I can't really speak on any of that. I know there's something there. You just gotta you gotta believe it. You know, you gotta believe it. Well, you gotta have the faith. I don't want to say just believe, but if the teachings are right, man. But the thing about it is that you gotta know, man. You can't. Friend to friend. Let's be completely honest here, right? Is that you got to stop making excuses.
Yeah.
That you have no control, that you have ADD, that you have all this other stuff. Dude, the whole fucking world can open up for you if you got to own it.
Yeah.
You got to own the fact that, happiness only comes when you're ready for it. When you're not only physically, but mentally mature enough to be like, hey, my my indiscretions are mine.
Yeah.
You know, I have to own up to my stuff, and I can't get any better unless hey, it's me. It's not anybody else. It's me. It's not that I don't have any control, and you have to find that control.
Yeah.
You know, and that control comes with believing in yourself, believing in a higher power. And I believe that. I totally believe that. Like, I'm not religious at all, but is there a God? Yes, definitely. Do I know that I have to give, I have to give him. Now, I have to, my faith 100% in the creator, in a creator, or in the creator, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
I have trouble finding words for exactly what I want to say. So it's like, sometimes it sounds like I'm trying to contradict myself. I just can't find the words to say it. But dude, the whole fucking world of possibilities can open up for you if you can just, hey, I'm going to own up to my shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to own up to the things that I do. And you don't have to answer nobody. It's you're answering to yourself. Yeah. And that's where I found it's like, all right, hey, I'm going to change because I want to change.
Yeah.
And I want to be happy and I want to be saved. And I don't want to think about stuff like that and want to cry about it.
Yeah.
Because dude, that's a hard deal, especially when you couldn't realize, that like me, I'm 41 years old. Life is finite, and to have the mentality of I'm past being saved. Yeah. Well, that's a hard place to be.
Yeah, it is.
That's a really hard place to be, man. But it's not. It's never the end. You can forgiveness comes in every ways, And let's say you as a father, say your daughters from this day till your dying deathbed treat you horribly. You're not going to stop loving them.
Yeah.
No. But the one day they're going to come, let's say on your dying deathbed, Dad, I'm sorry. Will you please forgive me for all my indiscretions, for everything that I've done?
Forgive him.
Exactly. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
That's all it takes because that's all he wants. I just want you to acknowledge me.
Thank you.
And it doesn't stop the dude. I'm telling you, man. Like, if people like you say that you're above being saved, man, but as a father's love, because the creator, we're his creation. That's all we want. Just say, hey, I'm sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's it. Be absolute. You're going to be genuine because exactly you can see that in your kids.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, I've seen it. And I've seen it. It's not like I've seen it all of it. You know what I mean? But I've seen that part where it's like, God, you see the sons and the daughters drag their parents through the fucking mud sometimes, man. But the love doesn't go away. Yeah. It doesn't.
You can't.
It can't. Like it's hard for people. It's like, oh, that's bullshit. Because you can love your cats, you can love their stuff, you can love your material stuff, but you never understand. No one will ever understand when you have kids, man. An undying, unwavering love that you'll get from your kids.
Yeah, there's no love like that love.
No, there's none. And now, trust me, dude. There's that in God. There's that in our Creator. He's got it. He's just like, man, David.
Yeah.
David, listen.
You're doing it again,
he's like, hey, you're doing it again. He's like, Miko, fuck over here. Yeah. Over here.
Yeah.
You're straying off. But because that's enticing to you.
Yeah.
You like that. Who wouldn't like that? That's why it's there. That's why it's being put out there to draw you away from me.
Mm-hmm. I think that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah. But you're that kid who's like, oh, well, I'm going to go check this out. I'll be back. But like, David, you know that's wrong.
Yeah.
I do, but it looks fun. I was like, I understand that it looks fun, but you know that it's wrong.
Yeah.
So come on back.
Yeah.
Don't quit losing your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm losing my way quite fast.
Yeah.
But it's just like playing Scooby Doo and these relics that I'm finding, and I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with any of that because you're looking at stuff that's that was left from behind.
Like the other day, I was
or left from the past, I guess you could say, not behind.
I was studying these relics I found, and man, I had two visions. I'm a Native American, so and normally when you're Native American happens when you're like 40 or 50. Well, mine happened when I was 40, and my first one happened when I was 40, and then I had two more about a month ago. I had a vision, and it's just like I'm looking at you and looking at Oscar, and I saw this, and I was just like, I'm looking at this. This is this petrified piece of wood that has markings on it, and with this light that I have, it took me into a realm of a vision, and what I saw is it was just chaos and war and just horrible, just horrible, these horrible visions of war and havoc and bloodthirsty demons. It was just like, what the fucking what? Like, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, I kind of wipe my eyes. Like, am I seeing this shit? And sure enough, it's right there. It's plain dead, and it kept going. And then I just snapped myself out of it, and it was not there no more. It was fascinating. I mean, I hate to even say something about it because it's hard for someone to believe that unless you're Native American or had a vision before, because it was something out of this fucking world.
Yeah.
So I've never had a vision before, but when you know, and I'm not saying like I totally believe you, but I'm just trying to grasp it. So it's like, is it like a super vivid dream?
No. It's like I'm looking at the skull here, and with this,
you're seeing this vision before your eyes.
It's before your eyes. It's just having it right in front of me.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. And then when I have it at my house and I put it there, and my daughter came over one day. She said, "That was that." I said, "Oh, that's something else." I said, "Want to see something cool?" She said, "I see it right there." I said, "What do you see?" I said, "Yeah, that's exactly right, baby." I said, "Don't look at that one too much," and that was it. And because I know I passed down that gene to one of my children, and it's just something else, man. Something else.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, like I said, I've had one, but I woke up from a dead sleep.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't have it. I don't think I have any Indian in me. Well, I guess we're all.
I guess we all are. I mean,
we're all at some point
Mexican, yeah, for sure.
Well, even I mean,
we're indigenous. We're indigenous one way or another.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, technically everybody is because we weren't all. We weren't all, you know, where we're at now. But that's the entire. I mean, I don't know. I don't like. I can't speak for any of that because I don't.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. It's in the realm of, to me, anyways, in the realm of. Well, I don't say make believe, but it's the far fetched.
Yeah.
You know,
and me explaining to somebody,
Not until it happens to you, you'll never actually understand.
you'll never
me
understand.
explain to somebody, it's so far fetched. It's like, Dave, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, but I totally believe you, man. I mean,
it's
shit,
something else, man.
you don't have no reason to sit here and lie to us about it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no, everybody's experience is everybody's experience.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here.
But yeah, man, like some of that shit, dude. That one day, I don't know. Did I tell that story when I was going through San Antonio and I fucking woke up and I threw my feet on the dashboard?
yes, yeah,
that shit right there, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
like a premonition. is
Yeah,
what
like
you
a
had there.
premonition type
Yeah.
shit. And I'm like, ooh, I don't like those.
That's on like some Final Destination. type
yes,
shit right
fuck
there,
yeah. And I'm like, nope, fuck all
That's
that
scary,
noise.
man. That's fucking scary. I have weird thoughts at very bad times. I'm like, we're about to take off on an airplane, and I'm having.
Oh, I have those all the
What if
time.
the airplane crashes right now? Like, get that out of your fucking head. Like, this is the last time, the very last moment that you would want to have that thought. Like, fuck that. We're about to be taking off on an airplane. And you're having thoughts of airplane crashes.
Yeah, when we're taking off and you see those wings flex, I'm like, I bet you're about to break.
Oh, I don't want to think like that, you know?
That wing's about to pop off and we're going to go right to the
It's weird how
fucking
thoughts
crash.
flood your mind at moments like that. You're like, fuck, what the fuck, you know?
But what's crazy is what brings them on. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, you know,
Have you ever been, like, I don't know if you pray a lot, but when
Just
you,
overthinking.
yeah, but like, have you ever prayed and while you're praying, you have like these weird, ugly thoughts while you're praying? Like, I'm trying to say a prayer here, and it's almost like these thoughts are trying to interrupt your prayer.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Well, I guess I know where that comes from, but why?
Now, if you're religious, yeah, you know where it comes
Right.
from. Yeah. Because I'm like, like I was telling him, I was like, that. It's not that these visions and stuff like that. It's like, hey man, they're trying to draw you away. It's kind of like when you see your vision. I see these visions of like horrific shit when you're trying to pray.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, it's trying to pull you away.
Exactly.
It's trying to pull you away because it's not gonna fuck with somebody who's completely gone.
Yeah.
It don't, because those are the people that be like, nah, I don't believe in God. I don't believe that. I don't believe in the.
We already got him. We don't have to fuck with him.
Yeah, well, there's no reason to fuck with him.
Yeah.
You've already got him. If I mean, then again, if there is a God, you know, I believe there is, but is there any proof? Well, no one's got proof.
I don't think anybody ever will. Yeah, exactly.
No. You got until he comes back, you know.
Yeah.
Which then again, man,
Yeah.
like I go on that fucking deep dive, man, and that's where my thoughts go. Where I'm like, damn, what if we've been praying? Because I mean, like the devil's is the greatest deceiver.
The master.
He's a master deceiver, you know. So what if this whole time is like he built the Catholic Church? So he's like, hey, the actual God comes, or
Yeah.
Jesus, he's like, you're gonna think he's the Antichrist because I wrote this book.
That'd be
You know,
crazy.
and it's just like, oh, you guys are gonna stone him. You're gonna kill him all over again
Yeah.
because he's a fucking, he's a false prophet. He's this. He's creating false miracles.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, wait a minute. Who really does have the power to create miracles? Because if he's actually performing miracles, does the devil have the capability of creating miracles? I don't know.
Right.
So like it. Yeah,
I would think you would think on some level he's got power, right?
I mean,
I think he has all the power, man.
I mean, yeah, he would have to have a lot of power, but I mean, what kind of deity is he?
Right.
Can he manufacture shit out of nothing? Because
I'm-
that's
imagine-
creative level type shit.
Imagine the IQ.
Oh yeah, no. He's smart, but at
Why?
the same point, at the same time, it's like, what are we do? What are we really doing here? Are you really creating miracles, or are you Penn and Tellering the whole shit?
Maybe that's actually what it is.
Yeah, so when the guy comes down and he does actually heal the blind and he does, cure the sick,
Ta-da!
you're like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. This book that I read said that the second guy's going to do that, not you.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
it's
who's,
like,
to, who's to say that he didn't write it?
yeah, who's to say he didn't? Who's to say?
He's pretty fucking smart, man.
Especially when you create the whole.
I mean, see,
especially when you come to find out exactly
because-
all the things that were done in the name of God, in the name of Jesus.
Because Lucifer,
Right.
Like the Crusades.
Oh, man.
because Lucifer, he wasn't an angel. He was above the angels.
he was a seraphim.
yeah,
He's still an angel. He's just a
Yeah.
category of angel.
but then that was only one category. He was the only person in that category.
Oh no, there were others.
Yeah, was there?
Yeah, there was others.
Yeah.
He was just he was God's favorite.
That's
at
what
the
it was,
time.
right?
Yeah. So there's levels.
To
Like,
be God's favorite, imagine that. Imagine to be God's favorite.
Look what happened. It went to his head. That was the problem.
he made him.
I mean,
made him different than all the other
I
ones,
mean,
man.
let's say we're all in heaven, right? And
He
and-
gave him what he had, free
and
will.
We're just there, level one. We're level one. We barely got there, and like, look, that's Gabriel. That's Michael. Like, whoa, shit. Like, who's that? That's Lucifer. It's God's favorite.
Yeah.
Where's God at? You don't see God. God, your eyes aren't worthy yet. No one's worthy yet.
Yeah, but people forget this fact that Lucifer didn't end up being God's favorite because he told all his first creations to bow down to us, and they said, "Fuck that!
Yeah.
I'm better than that
fucking
hairless
humans.
ape that you made. I'm not going to bow down to that." Okay, so we're his favorite. We're the pinnacle.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, granted, we got free will. I mean, look at us. He gave us free will. Look what we do with it. We kill each other for it.
Yeah.
You fuck everything up.
We lock people up over it.
Yeah, we lock people up.
Like,
over
you
it.
have free will.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't do that, though.
Yeah.
Like, wait a second. Who are you? I have the will. I was given the free will to do this.
God gave us 10 laws. That's it.
Yeah.
And any law we created of that is
According to Mel Brooks, it was 15,
Yeah.
right? But he dropped 5.
but any law created beyond that is blasphemy.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, a lot of people forget that, dude. It's just like, well, yeah. Lucifer was his favorite. And these angels, it just goes to tell you that the power that it was given to us is something that we don't comprehend. We fucking throw it off to the side.
Yeah. Like, geez.
We have the imagination, we have the ability, we have the free will to do whatever the fuck we want.
Like,
He gave us the ability to explore this fucking universe that he created. But yet, what do we do with it? Hey, you don't believe in the same God I do. I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah,
Allah Akbar, son.
You're gonna cut your head off.
It's
Yeah.
just like if you don't know the word of Christ and you believe the word of Christ, what happens? You're condemned. But like, how about these Indians or these Amazon tribes that have no idea the word of God, have no idea of revelation of Christ, and are they condemned?
Yeah, they didn't know about it until
Like,
missions came over from Spain.
Even now, like there are tribes in the Amazon that we have not touched.
Yeah, but here's the difference: it was the same thing with Indians, but Indians had their God.
Right.
Who's to say that God wasn't our God? Except we're telling them your version's wrong.
That's true.
Or your version is right, but Lucifer says over here. Jesus over here, but it's actually Lucifer says you have to change the way you're thinking, or we'll kill you.
Yeah.
Because we
Spreading harm.
Yeah, Christianity spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
You know, so who were we really fighting? You know, as Indians, we knew, hey, they had gods and everywhere, but they had the main creator. Yeah. They had the King Dingaling.
They beat it into him, or they killed them all.
Mm-hmm. They killed them all.
Yeah.
So what I've picked up on my search here, it says, as far as like what does the Bible say about like the devil's power? His power is so extensive that he is over all the nations of the earth. Jesus calls him the ruler of the world.
Yes.
He affects people's attitudes by moving our reasoning processes towards satisfaction of the self. He gives disinformation and stirs up our spirit. Mm-hmm. So take that for what that is.
That's that voice in your mind. It's like, you could do better than this. You don't need to do this. You don't have to listen to this. You don't have to, that's that voice in your head always.
The conscience.
Yeah.
Yeah. The conscience.
Mm-hmm. I think that's God's free will, man. I think that has to. I don't think the devil can fuck with what's inside my head.
No.
I have that belief that he did.
I mean, but some of these fucked up ideas come from somewhere.
Right. You gotta stem from something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, because
everybody has evil thoughts. Everyone.
Yeah.
I think even Big Dog has those thoughts.
Sure.
I think he does. Because where would we get them if we didn't have them?
According to my understanding of it, when Jesus was here and he was forced out into the wilderness for I don't remember how long, the devil was tempting him. Mm-hmm. So, you're right. He was in his mind too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
It says also that.
Well, he tempted him physically.
Yeah, well, it says also that it
mentally
is limited and only exists by God's permission. He can influence people, tempt them to sin, and cause harm in the world, but he cannot act outside of God's control.
Tempting him to sin.
And his power was ultimately defeated by Jesus Christ through the death and resurrection.
When the devil was offering, he's like, follow me and I'll give you everything. And he's like, well, it's not yours to give.
Yeah.
So he was smart enough to know that, which of course, he was God in the flesh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So. And that's kind of weird because if you go, like, let's say these other teachings, right? Like, is it Gnosticism?
Right.
Not agnostic. When you get into that, right? Yeah. And that's from what I understand, Christianity was kind of based. It kind of morphed from this teaching, and it goes into the demiurge, and then it goes into like the demiurge is what we know as Yeshua. Mm-hmm. Or Yahweh or whatever. Yahweh. Because he's the one. He's the one that he created the universe, but he's not the tippy top. Jesus is the son of the tippy top, but the demiurge or Yahweh created the physical realm. He created the planets. He created everything. But when he formed us, he couldn't breathe life into us. This is not because I don't believe any of this shit, but this is just what I'm coming.
It's just the belief system of that.
The belief system of that.
The Gnostics, right?
Yeah, the Gnostics. So he couldn't. He wanted to be like the Most High. He wanted to be like his Creator, but he couldn't bring life into these beings, which is us. So when this whole shit, the main Creator is the one that, hey, I see what you created, but you're fucking it all up because you don't know any of this. You don't know. You're too, God damn it, what's the word? Tainted, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. So you can't create this. You can't bring life into your creations. He's like, but that's where he kind of steps in and he's like, I'll breathe life into this, but I'm breathing my energy into all of it. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of. And he kind of hated that. He's like, well, what the fuck? So this whole time he's like, well, I'm going to fucking, like the little kid, I'm going to break everything. Because, I bought the stuff. I took it out, but I couldn't put it together. I couldn't plug it in to turn the fucking lights on. So now he's mad. He wants to fucking break it all. And he's like, well, those creations that you put together, they got my life. They got my essence. And so they're no longer to be trafficked with. You can't fuck with them. Yeah, you can fuck with them as the devil, hey, I'm going to fuck their shit up, lure them away from your beliefs and stuff like that. But if you get a chance, man, fucking really get deep into it. And it's like, fuck, hold on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's deep, man.
When you get into it, you're like, wait a minute. So in this belief system, it's like, not necessarily Jesus, but the creator, Yahweh, stuff like that. The guy who created everything, he's not the good guy. He's the one throwing the temper tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's the one that's mad about it. He's the one. And it's crazy how they describe him, too, though, as the serpent with the head of a lion. And And then there's some other like phrases in it, but then I go back and then this video I was watching, it was kind of put into the fucking, to explain about Jesus, you know, and he was trying to, I guess these teachings were trying to overtake that because, like, you know, Jesus being the protector, he's the lion, he's the whatever, you know, and there's some depictions of him as the lion, Jesus, you know, it's like, wait a minute, he's trying to overtake. Like, there's a lot of the stuff that we're seeing now in Catholicism, and it's like, okay, wait a minute. This other thing that I'm reading is kind of debunking. It's putting all of it together. Yeah. It's like, there is a God. And that's kind of where my stance is that I don't partake in any of the rest of this other shit. I know there's the big guy. Yeah. The tippy top. You know, he's the one I have to put my faith in.
That's kind of the way I feel about it too. Like, everything going on with my reality or anybody else's reality, or anything that we believe, I believe that the devil's in control of everything, and no matter what we do, you know, it's his following. Whether we're reading or we're believing, it's his word that he wrote down, and here we are believing it and praying to it. But at the same time, you have to believe like he's wrong and God is right. Yeah, you know,
and that's a hard thing to do, especially when your entire life you've been told it's a certain way. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong. Like, I'm not going to talk anybody out of their religion because I'm not just, that's not how that's not how any of this is done. You know what I mean? You take your beliefs and you follow them the way you want to follow them. I don't think it's anybody's right to change anybody else's religion. You know, you got to find that on your own. This is my thinking, such and such. But it's kind of like with the whole schooling, you know, it's like you get to a point you've been
groomed,
indoctrinated, or as I like to say, educated. You've been educated to this point, right? But I'm like, okay, there's a big difference between educated and being intelligent. Educated is just you can regurgitate everything you were ever taught, right? You know, the intelligent part is like most people
be able to think,
or call the bullshit. We're like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense.
Question everything,
exactly. That's gonna be my tattoo, and I'm gonna get right here, big old fucking
question mark,
the Joker,
the Riddler,
and the Riddler on the roof.
Hell yeah!
And I always been like that. I always question everything, even question.
And you should
question Hitler's beliefs. You know, question. I mean, can't we talk about the Holocaust? Why can't we talk about Helter Skelter? Why can't we talk about Mein Kampf? You know, and just like you just question everything.
They're all taboo subjects.
Yeah. And that's that shit, man, that I fucking hate because people are like, well, what do you mean? Do you kind of agree with Hitler? I'm like, no, but I think you should be able to hear
a little bit,
understand. Yeah. Well, you have to understand where he's coming from because he's got an idea. Now, granted, a lot of people died with his fucking idea, you know? Yeah. So, but at the same time, but
what was his point, though?
Yeah, what was his point? What was his whole journey? Yeah. And then you sit there and listen to him, and you're like, oh, okay, hold on.
He was willing to die for whatever his belief was.
Exactly. You know,
and not only just die, he was willing to sacrifice people, like everything, like whatever. It's a pretty strong belief.
Oh,
whatever his fucking belief was, it's like, what was it exactly?
Yeah. So you take that speech that he did, right? And let's say take Hitler out of it and put Biden in there or put Trump there. I can see why people got behind him.
Sure. Absolutely.
He's like, oh, you're as a country, you're struggling and you're seeing these other He
gave people hope.
Yeah, he gave people hope because you're right. All these German people are struggling. You see these other group of people that are prospering and you're like, well, what the fuck? You know? It's kind of like, let's say, not too far from what we got going on. Mm-hmm. I'm struggling, but the government's giving all these immigrants money. Yeah. I could use some money because I'm fucking struggling here. Yeah. So this guy comes in and he's like, I'm going to stop all that shit. Yeah. I mean,
and he starts preaching to you specifically. Like, I guess at that time it would have been the blue-haired, blonde-eyed, blonde-haired people. That's, those were his German people. Y'all are the chosen ones. Building these people up. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, he's right.
This is my country.
Exactly. Yeah.
They came from somewhere else.
I remember being at a marble slab, right? And these two beautiful people walked in. I mean, this guy was at least 7 foot tall. It wasn't looking weird and shit. It looked like, wow, that's what man's supposed to look like. And then here comes his partner, a woman. Like, Jesus, it's fucking Amazon. I mean, just beautiful people. Yeah. And I asked him, I said, where are you from? Oh, Switzerland. And he said, oh, Germany. And I was like,
yeah.
that's what he was trying to create. It was that.
Yeah. And you got to go think about back in the day when you were a kid, man. Yeah. All the 80s, the 70s. What was thrown in your face? What was hot? Yeah. White, skinny, tall.
Yeah.
That shit. You know, that was
everybody else was second class.
Everybody was second class, you know. So it's a teaching. It's also a teaching, you know.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy because I'm like, wait a minute, well, that's what happened here. And it's people are like, oh, it's racism.
The guy looked like Thor. The guy looked like Thor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. Because even there was a claim that that's what the whole did is a whole racist, systemic racism shit that they created. I'm like, yeah, but even you want to get fucking taken a pound down by Thor. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's not fucking beat around the bush here. You know, that's how we were raised to think that that's hot.
The superior.
That's superior.
And when they walked in, I was like, those are superior beings.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Jesus. I never thought those words were coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
But when these two people walked in, I was like, "Son of a bitch."
Yeah. And I get it. Imagine, you saw it. That's what I thought the pinnacle of hotness was. Like you see some of these 80s white actresses, you know, that were skinny, blonde, blue eyes, fucking fit, stuff like that.
Barbie.
Yes, there you go. You know, that was the pinnacle, right? And then you really come to realize that they got their flaws. And then you start seeing a Selma Hayek's, and you start seeing, you're like, wait a minute. But they're more resilient, bitch. You stay too out in the sun too long, and you fucking start getting cancer and turning red on me. You know, she only gets a little bit darker, glossier, and hotter.
And she can cook.
Oh, and she can cook. Some birria tacos,
can
bro.
you make arroz con pollo?
Yeah. See, I know. I can make fucking mac and cheese and biscuits. Scones.
Hot dogs and macaroni.
So this is what seasoning is.
Stroganoff.
Stroganoff. Beef stroganoff. Which, I mean, I lost my whole fucking train of thought because we kind of went all over.
You said Salma Hayek and that was it.
Yeah, that was it, bro. Because that's... Dude, when you saw her in fucking Dusk Till Dawn, Jesus Christ.
Desperado.
You're like, wait a minute. Where are they growing these?
So like dogs.
You know?
Jeez. Something else. Oh,
man. But
yeah, back to we were on the ideology.
So the whole Hitler thing.
We were on the whole ideology.
That idea,
you know.
I guess it's just if you take in all those elements of everything and the different perspectives, you can kind of see how they were easily...
Because they were all going somewhere with it. Like where was Genghis Khan? Well, I know where Genghis Khan wanted the whole world. Oh, yeah. He wanted a piece of it to the point where isn't like a quarter of the world's population related to him or something? Yeah. Some stupid number.
A third. Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, what the fuck? He was on a mission.
So with that being said, you know, as old as everything is, because I think everybody gets to the point, and we kind of like, you know, and I thought about this a lot, right? So we like to blame this on human nature, that the reason we can't get along is human nature, you know. But what if this thing, whatever it was, right, that's been put on this planet years before we were even here, we'll call it the devil. You know, we've had our generational antichrist over the years. Yeah. We've had our Genghis Khans, we had our Joseph Stalins, we had our fucking
Alexander the Great.
We had all those where it's just like, it seems to be a generational thing. It doesn't go away. And it always seems to be that one person that's just fucking, you know, he tears everything down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this motherfucker.
And I feel like all of that comes in, it's an idea that was in their brain.
Yeah.
Because ideas create actions.
Or it's that one person, he's like, I'm the great disruptor.
He had to have that idea.
Unless he's the fucking devil. Where he's like, I want to shit on dad's creation. I want to shit on dad's thing.
Yeah. Could be.
Because just like, if you really think about it, it almost seems like it doesn't go away, right? But like, who's going to be, do we have ours? I guess ours, no, because I wasn't born fucking during Nazi Germany.
No, ours.
You know, so
maybe.
Are we waiting for like Elon Musk to fucking start taking shit over?
The closest thing that we maybe could say, and it's still not even on the right level, would be either Saddam or Osama.
Oh, yeah.
But at that, they weren't. Well, no, what Saddam, I think, was trying to get rid of a certain type of Muslims. Was it, there was like Shiites and.
Yeah. But nothing to the point where it's like, no,
not on that level. No.
Yeah,
there was like a certain type of Muslim that he didn't agree with, and they were trying to commit.
Well,
what do you call it?
The Shiites and the fucking. Well, there's the two groups of Muslims there that don't like each other. Yeah. They've never liked each other.
They were trying to commit a what do you call it when you try to kill
genocide?
Genocide. Yeah, they were trying to do that. Yeah. I think he would probably be the closest one in our generation that did some shit like that. But even then, it wasn't on that level.
Well, here's the crazy part, right? What if he's just around the corner?
True.
We haven't even had ours yet. What if like
The ball's rolling right now.
The ball's rolling right now to creating the next fucking crazy motherfucker.
Genocide. I mean, were they really trying? I mean, because I think the U.S. has killed more people than anybody else.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
6 million people?
Hiroshima. What else?
Oh no, I mean
World War II.
No, we're talking about millions of people that we killed.
I think Germany killed a lot more because they killed so many. I mean,
they're cleansing.
just think of the Jews that they killed alone. It was a lot. Then they went to war and killed so many millions of Americans, French, British. They killed a lot of people.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Can you look that up, Tiffany?
Look at what?
How many people Adolf Hitler killed? Because there's Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin's in the hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
Then there's Mao from China.
Oh, that's right.
He killed a fuckload of people. Now we're talking about.
There's no telling how many people Genghis Khan killed.
Oh no. At that.
Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great too.
Yeah. But at that time, how much people were out there?
Okay,
that's true too. Population.
Hitler versus Stalin. Who killed more? Who was worse, Hitler or Stalin? Let me see.
Hitler all day.
Yeah, I would have never.
Hitler put fucking Stalin. Hitler put Stalin in his fucking place.
Oh yeah. Then again, he didn't even fucking die in Germany. He died in Argentina.
Or did he?
He's chilling.
No, he's dead. He's old, bro. It's fucking.
He may have found the what he was looking for.
The elixir of life.
The elixir of life.
Stop watching Indiana Jones.
Killed by Germans. About 11 million.
11 million.
Total number of civilians killed by the Soviets.
Yeah, because the U.S. hasn't killed that
considerably
many.
less than what we had.
Not that. I mean, a lot, but
Tiffany,
not.
can you look up how many people have the U.S. killed between Vietnam, World War I, World War II, everything?
I would say I know not Vietnam because we lost that bitch.
Yeah, but we didn't leave without fucking saying bye.
Oh no,
You know.
Yeah, they pretty much. I wouldn't say wiped our asses, but
They beat the shit out of us, man.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't accustomed to fighting like that. We're fighting in the fucking swamps.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking was monsoon season.
Tunnels
I think.
and shit. Fuck the fuck.
Oh yeah. We weren't ready.
All
for
the
that.
booby traps. Oh yeah.
Guerrilla warfare. Oh my god.
So yeah, I get that too. Because I mean, I was telling you when we I voted for Trump, right? So when all this shit was happening and shit like that,
Fuck, you're
I'm
fucking
like,
awesome, man.
I'm awesome.
You're fucking amazing.
See, but am I though? Because
You are, okay?
after all that shit, right? He won the presidency and stuff like that. Now all of a sudden, everybody's like, "Hey, we're talking about peace agreements. We want to have a ceasefire. We want to have." Now all of a sudden, now you got Putin. He's like, wish him luck and stuff like that. And I'm like, God, all this is happening before he's even president,
Right.
And I'm like, fuck.
Wasn't
we
this in
vote
the
for-
Bible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, and it's like he takes a fatal wound but doesn't die, and I'm like, okay, now if you consider what back in the day, right, what these people were looking at, maybe he saw it in his little fucking video. I don't know which prophet this was or which.
You talking about Revelation?
No, not Revelation. Well, I guess maybe Revelation.
It was John.
John.
Yeah.
So he saw this visions, right, and he saw these fucking flying, these fleet of locusts that came in and fucked everything up, right. And he's like, you would see them humming from a distance, and they look like dragonflies or locusts or some shit like that, right. And somebody was all like, yeah, back in the day, if he would be like, hey, I don't know what helicopter looks like. I don't know what anything, right? So I see this thing and it sounds it's like it's humming from a distance and it sounds like it's coming ready for war. I'm looking at a helicopter at a distance, and if I'm looking in front of it, I don't see a propeller running. I see two fucking two wings on the side.
Yeah.
And just making noise like it's fucking like it's marching to thunder. I think that's what his what he considered his vision, what he was, how he described it. And I'm like, oh, this fool saw a helicopter.
That's a helicopter.
These giant locusts.
Fucking Chinook.
Yeah. With faces.
Right, yeah.
With faces of humans. And I'm like, he was looking at a pilot.
Yeah.
So, and then I saw this shit. Who knows what's going to happen, man? I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, this motherfucker, right? And I'm like, did I just vote for the fucking Antichrist? Because all the shit he was saying, all the shit that was happening. And I'm like, man, and then all the shit, we're talking about red heifers. We're talking about the shit that's happening, this year, where the Pope's opening the fucking, the tomb. And he's opening these
The Vatican
seals.
is fucking straight evil.
Yeah,
Evil.
Well, all the shit that they got in there, they've stopped the people they killed. Like I think the book, the Library of Alexandria, is.
Oh man.
Down
How many,
in
Tiffany?
So deaths caused by the American military. R.J. Rummel estimated
11,000.
that American forces killed around 6,500 people in domicile between 1960 and 1972.
Lies.
From a range of between 4,000 and 10,000. Estimates for the number of North Vietnamese civilian deaths resulting from the U.S. bombing range from 30,000 to 65,000.
Still, even then, let's just say,
so low,
let's just say a
Yeah, but
million, right?
that's just Vietnam, but like that's not like
Yeah.
Hiroshima. There was a lot of people that died at Hiroshima, but Hiroshima wasn't that big.
Yeah,
you know,
it wasn't.
You know, so
Most people died from cancer and shit like that.
Yeah.
The after effects
Aftermath.
of the bomb.
yeah.
Still counts.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And it also says that Putin is the Hitler of our time.
Oh, sure.
I don't think so. I think he's a good guy.
That is not a good guy.
I think Putin is a good guy.
How far in are we? YouTube may pull that.
You're out on this one. You're on your
Yeah,
own.
I believe that. Question everything. Yeah.
Definitely should question it. Definitely should question it. Because, I mean,
Yeah, you have to because
He's one of the world powers that
where are we
is
getting our
against the
information
New World
from?
Order.
Yeah.
All of our information is being filtered down to us.
That's right.
You know, so
This is from
true,
different
you know.
links.
so they call it his story.
Yeah.
Because only the victors get to write the
That's
fucking,
right.
get to write the books.
yep.
That's right.
This is
Also,
true.
it's saying Turkish President Erdogan
Mm-hmm.
maybe also the Hitler of our time.
So, I mean, there's a lot of, like I said, we do like to play police. We don't like to take credit for a lot of the shit that we do. You know, especially like during
Black-
the Obama era.
Black Ops happen all the time.
Black Ops happen all the time. The fucking drone bombings that we were doing. I mean, we pretty
the
much
proxy
okay.
bullshit that we do.
Yeah.
Like technically, that is us.
Yeah.
You know.
So if somebody was going to put that together, I don't think it's in the realm of that because that was kind of like, all right, everybody knows that fucking Holocaust happened.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows that
Supposedly.
fucking Joseph Stalin did. David.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know, everybody knows, you know, these like Mao and shit like that. These people that killed a ton of fucking people, you know, and I think we're on the cusp, man, of the next one.
I think the U.S. is the bad guys. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know, man. I mean, it's easy to say that, but when you travel the world, and I mean, I haven't traveled the world, but if you just, especially the stories that I've heard, you know, just listen to like a soldier talk about it, and he was like, no, he's like, when you come home, you totally appreciate it. You know, when you're out there and you see how all these other people are doing, just like if you listen to these guys that go to Afghanistan, they're like, these fucking motherfuckers are raping little boys.
Yes.
And they're parading them around like they're proud of these. This is my, it would be like a pimp walking around with his prostitutes, only these guys are walking around with 10-year-old little boys.
Yeah. But
It's like, what the fuck,
yeah,
man?
the argument to that though, and granted, it's not a great argument, but we broke that economy down to that. We made them savages because have you seen pictures of Afghanistan back in the 40s and 50s?
No.
Saudi Arabia,
It's thriving.
bro, it's a thriving
bro.
fucking country. You're like, dude, this fucking beautiful. You would think it was like a fucking one of the, like the Taj Mahal in some
Yeah.
of these places. You're like, oh my god, like was it Iraq? Iraq back in the 50s, dude. Women didn't wear hijabs. They went out. They were part of the community, dude. These fucking pictures, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Why haven't we been taught that?
So, well, that was a dictator came into power, and
We bombed the fuck out of them. We bombed
out of Iraq.
We bombed. Well, I mean, because
We didn't do Iraq until Desert
Oh
Storm.
no, we've been there. We've been bombing the fuck out because what we did, what we were doing, what do they call it when you take somebody out of power? God damn it!
Dictator?
No, because they try to do it here. They try to accuse Trump of doing it January 6th.
Insurrection?
Not insurrection.
Liberation.
Oh god damn it! Where you
A coup?
a coup? There you go. So they took the people because there's like, hey, you gonna play ball? No, we're not gonna play ball. We don't want
We did
any
it
of
to
your.
Gaddafi.
We definitely did it to Gaddafi.
Yeah.
But we've been doing it for just as long as war. We've been doing the fucking wars, you know. And they're like, "Hey, you're gonna play ball with us because we want the resources and stuff like that." No, we're not gonna play ball with you. And then they go in there and just fucking bomb the dog shit out of them. Because like, I didn't know we were part of fucking a war in Yemen till fucking a few years ago. We've been in that bitch since fucking we were in Afghanistan.
Long time before we were kids.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. There's a fucking. Now, how come why are we not hearing a lot? What's really going on out there?
History.
Oh fuck! Barack Obama, dog, fucking tore Yemen apart. He fucking blew that place to kingdom come. You know, so we took The terrorists that we're fighting, we created.
Yeah.
We created them.
That's what I'm
fuckers.
saying. Just question there is because, me personally, I think they took the Nazi flag. They took out the black and put it in the blue.
Yeah.
Now we got the red, white, and blue.
I do. And I've been saying this for a long time, man.
Just saying.
I feel like there's, like I'm with the whole Marvel aspect of it. There's a real life Hydra.
Just saying.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, we have
Absolutely.
A,
Yeah.
whether it's the CIA,
You only know about the branches of government that they want you to know about.
because-
Oh yeah,
That's what they
Where-
want you to know.
Where's all this black budget money? Because I mean, let's say you want to call us the good guys or bad guys, whatever, right? The numbers don't lie. We have 783 bases across the world. Name another country that even touches that.
And we won't. And they won't.
China has 11. 11 bases.
I didn't think you had one in the United States.
No.
No, they don't have one in the United
No?
States.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it won't be long before they do. I mean, they pay a good property. they pay a good amount for that property.
They buy property next to the fucking military
Yeah.
bases, though. That's what's
Yeah.
crazy.
So as to say is that it's like we can't really do anything because I mean we literally control the market, right? Everything, the oil's traded to the U.S. dollar. We can, if you don't play ball, hey, we start putting sanctions on you. We will
Yeah.
reroute fucking shipments that's supposed to be going to
No
this country.
food, no fuel for you.
Exactly. So in that we're kind of the fucking
We're the fucking bully of the fucking
yeah.
earth.
We're as if
Look what they're talking about, these tariffs. You know, Mexico doesn't want to play ball. Like, okay, we're going to raise tariffs on you too.
So why have we?
You know.
Why have we not gone to war with Mexico? There will not be a war between the United States and Mexico ever.
I don't know. I wouldn't
Because
say
going
that.
to war with them is going to war with our own. We're
Yeah.
just corrupted.
the only ones you would go to war with in Mexico would be the cartel.
Cartel.
Because they kind of break up the status quo. They kind of break up what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, because they are by themselves. They are, hey, they got influence in the government and stuff like that. But it's kind of like, man, you don't want the bully next door, so kind of chill out. Like all this shit, you know, they're like, oh well, as much money as we bring in from, or because we're Mexico's biggest exporter or importer, you know, next to fucking Canada. Yeah, they talk their whole, well, we're gonna put tariffs on you guys and stuff like that. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
How long do you think that's possibly gonna last when literally we're your biggest trading partner?
Yep.
You know.
Yeah,
So-
you have to.
You have to
do business.
There's no
Yeah.
it's answer buts. You're gonna tell me you're gonna collapse your entire economy because you're on pride. Come on, get out of here.
Yeah, no.
Let's be real. You know, even me, you know, where I could tell you, hey man, fuck you, you know, but I'm like, I can't tell him fuck you forever because he signs my checks.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, all right, I'll do it, but then I'm gonna give you a little bit less because you open your mouth. What am I gonna do? I can't fight you on an empty stomach.
That's right.
You know, so you see all these people on fucking TikTok and shit like that. Yeah, you teach him. You teach Trump that he can't. Please,
Yeah.
Please.
Not happening.
it's not gonna happen. A fucking goddamn Justin Trudeau went down to fucking Mar-a-Lago and kissed ass.
You see that shit?
Yeah, bro. He's like, dude, if you put 25% tariff on us, it's gonna ruin Canada. He's like, oh, well, then maybe Canada can be the 51st state,
Yep.
and you can be its governor.
There you go.
Straight up, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Which, granted, hey, man, that was kind of a boss move. That's
It takes
boss.
nuts, bro.
Yeah.
It takes Trump nuts.
But we got to get through this, man. You need a person like Trump. I feel because we've gone the status quo for long enough. We need a disruptor that come in and fucks it all up.
So,
Hey.
the leader that actually has the most kills in history
George Bush.
Barack Obama.
is the founder of the People's Republic of China, Mao Zedong.
Oh, okay.
He killed about 65 million people
Fuck. Could
Yeah.
you imagine? That's half of the U.S. He
with
wiped
his
out.
Great Leap Forward. That's what it was called, the Great Leap Forward.
Today we call it Build Back Better.
But yeah, now, under his reign, it was pretty harsh to where a lot of people died.
Oh, fuck, man. Like, I don't know, man, what's going to bring. Like, this is Trump's last run. Biden's done. He'll probably be dead. He'll probably pass before 2020.
He's not running the next one.
He's not running. Kamala Harris, for sure. Is
The
not gonna
Democratic
Fuck
Party
outta
was
here.
already done with him.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't even let him run this time. You know?
Well, at his age, I'll be surprised he's still alive.
No, probably not.
Kamala Harris, she's not coming back. And people are all like, oh, well, we'll get him in 2028. Yeah, they didn't even want her in 2020. You know, you didn't even want her at fucking 2024, but she was put there.
Yeah.
You know,
it'll
so-
probably be somebody that we don't even know who it is right now. They do. we don't, or it'll be Gavin Newsom.
Trump ain't going nowhere.
He's got 4 years.
Make it 8. Make it 12.
Make it 12.
He ain't going nowhere, man.
Let's see if the Simpsons are going to be right.
Yeah, he's got. I think the one that replaced him would be J.D. Vance.
Possibility.
On the Democratic side, man.
What about Ramaswamy?
Vivek?
Vivek?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think it'll be J.D. Vance and Vivek Ramaswamy as vice
Oh, I
president.
can see that.
I say that. I don't think he'll ever see Vivek. I don't think he'll ever see the presidency. J.D. Vance, you can't control. That no one knows what to do with him. You know, because he's great on fucking debates. You know, he's pretty much like I guess on the same stance as Trump is. You know, maybe not so extreme.
Yeah.
So I think we'll get a more level-headed, more fucking chilled out president or candidate in 2028 with J.D. Vance. But that's a good question. I think they'll put Newsom, man.
That's what I'm thinking.
Do.
Gavin Newsom. Yeah.
It'll be either him or Pete Buttigieg.
I don't know this one.
Yeah, he's the guy. I don't know what fucking state he's from, but it'll be one of them two. Or the push right now, dude, it's going to be a female president. They want a female president so bad. Which, hey, you know, I'm all for it, but get one that's fucking qualified.
No offense, I'm not.
What about Tulsi?
Tulsi Gabbard, well, I don't think it'll be Tulsi Gabbard because she got to run against
She'd have to
J.D.
go against
Vance.
Judy. That's right. She's Republican.
Yeah. Well,
Who's on the Democrat side, though?
AOC.
And she's I would have, a long time ago, I probably would have agreed, but I'm just like,
Yeah. Well, as of right now, there's nobody really on the forefront, man, besides her. Because she's as young as she is, she's a home name.
That's true.
Everyone knows her.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna push a female candidate, they're gonna push her. If not, they're gonna put I can see Chelsea Clinton, but
What about Michelle?
Michelle Obama.
Hell no.
Oh, Big Mike. I don't know, man.
Chelsea Clinton, really? You think so?
No, Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama.
Yeah. I don't think Chelsea Clinton, no.
Well, maybe not, because if she was even going to get a chance to run, she'd be doing it now. She'd be in the forefront. She'd be in the fucking news everywhere talking shit.
She's
shit
building
like
her
that.
name up already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other one that's building her name up right now is Liz Cheney. But
Tiffany, what you got?
Abraham, your camera.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, how long have we been going?
2 hours.
2:16 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's good.
I don't know.
2028 is going to be a lot easier, a lot smoother.
I think so.
But
I think by 2028, a lot of things have been accomplished. I think by 2028, I think we have settled something with the immigration.
we'll definitely have that. But at the same time, dude, fucking,
How about
we're going to be struggling.
How about the 38,000 children still haven't been missing?
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens
They're
when Elon Musk
they're-
and
we have
Vivek
38,000. We have 38,000 kids missing.
Oh, you're talking about kids. I thought, yeah.
They're missing.
Yeah.
No one knows where they're at.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Who knows, man? Yeah,
Dude,
I don't know.
they don't know where these kids are at. What do you mean? What do you mean you don't know where these kids are at?
Yeah. What are the chances of those numbers are inflated?
Fine, 27,000. Where they at?
Yeah. Even one, right? Even one's too much.
Yeah, what's too much, man?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine. I mean, being a father, being a mother. I mean, where are my fucking kids at?
Yeah.
And we don't know. What the fuck do you don't know?
It's the great gathering, bro. All these motherfuckers come together to
Me
collect that
personally-
adrenochrome.
Yeah, me. Yeah, that's what I think, and I think that's what happened to the indigenous people, like the Aztecs, the Mayans. They disappeared. How do they disappear? They get fucking ate. That's it.
I think a disease came in and wiped them all out.
Oh yeah,
Possibility.
Yeah.
yeah.
And after that, because there wasn't, like, I feel like, especially, like, say the Aztecs, right? When the Spaniards came over and they brought the diseases, they wiped everybody out so far. Like, the disease wiped out. Because the
Like
disease wiped out like
wildfire.
90% of the.
It's like that.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah. It
was-
wiped out
it was
90,
about
90% of them.
When they brought-
It's
when
like
they-
Ace Ventura: Pet Detective Part 2 when they were like, they did not know disease until the white man came and sneezes on them.
Yeah.
And I think
Rats.
I think when you hit those kind of numbers, that there's no building an infrastructure back, because now you're having to deal with diseases. You're having to deal with the soil land of all the disease ridden. No one's eating nothing, so people are starving, and that's what wipes everybody out.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I think would happen. Well, that's what I think happened. Now you can tell there was a vast civilization down there. Now that they're doing LiDAR, right? And they're mapping the Amazon.
They found that shit.
Yeah, bro. They're finding fucking buildings. They're finding roads, cities,
advanced shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they got wiped out somehow.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of hard. I mean, they were advanced, but they were still fucking killing kids for sacrifices. A bunch of morons.
Well, just like that picture of the old Santa Claus eating that little kid. You know, the way you put on.
Oh, that picture isn't.
That's biblical shit.
So that picture was somebody recreated a
made
painting.
him like a Santa Claus.
So that's a painting of Saturn devouring his son.
I remember
I love that.
Yeah, I remember the
I
original.
like that picture actually.
I think it's Goya is the artist.
Yes, it is.
But somebody took that and they just turned Saturn
like
into
this-
Santa Claus, and the kid is an elf.
No, but but the original pictures. That's what they're showing. They're eating children.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it was Kronos, man. He got a. I mean, I don't know much about this, so I don't want to fucking kind of ruin it or whatever. But he was given a premonition, man. It was a prophecy that his kids were gonna kill him and take over. So he started devouring his children. Wow. So 3 of them stepped up and said, "Nuh-uh,
Dad,
nuh-uh." That was Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades.
Yep.
They fucking.
Yeah.
The Chingale, man, they fucked them up. Or you can see that on Wrath of Titans.
yeah,
That's right.
Good movie.
Yeah. That is a good movie.
I love anything Greek mythology and deities. And
Yeah, but if let's say you even go back then, right? There's a story of a guy that was born from a virgin, was followed by 12 disciples in even the Greek mythology.
Yeah.
yep.
You know, even before that, and their stories just like rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So, I mean, it's got to be like, it almost seems like it's a playbook for somebody to be like, okay, it's time. It's time to reset this bitch.
Yeah,
Right.
it's coming close. We're close to it.
Yeah. You know what, man? It kind of feels that way sometimes because I'm like, when you sit there and watch these, these civilizations, right? They get to a point, they get to a pinnacle of their civilization that where it's just like, oh man, they're building fucking structures that is like we can't replicate.
Yeah,
They're building all this other shit, fucking pyramids, monoliths, fucking obelisks, you name it. They're building all kinds of shit. And it seems like they get to the point because we've seen these in some of these hieroglyphs and some of these carvings where, dude, they got the solar system mapped out. Yeah. And I'm like, hold on a second. How advanced were these people? Enough to do that, right?
Yeah.
So
when you see the blocks that they built some of these structures with, the cuts in these blocks are so intricate. They don't even need mortar to put it together.
Yeah,
everything fits together exactly like the way it's supposed to.
So I feel like all this comes together, right? Like they reach a pinnacle of their civilization, and someone says, "Man, let's hit the reset button."
Yeah,
because the fucking ants.
Yeah.
The ants are trying to climb out of the goddamn aquarium.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I mean, Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not fucking. We're past that, man. We're pretty fucking
So
bad.
I feel I feel like people call it the great filter, right? So I feel we're getting to the point because I don't think we're ever going to go multiplanetary. I don't think we are. I think there's this fucking filter, whether it be fucking.
We need to be contained to our aquarium.
Yes.
Back in your aquarium,
the line
guys.
in Dubai.
The what?
The line in Dubai. You heard that structure they're building in Dubai?
Oh,
the
yeah,
line,
it's a city, right?
Yeah, that's fucking nuts. I haven't heard anything lately about it.
Oh, they're building it. It's going to take a long time.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those. What do they call those type of cities? Like 1 minute cities or 5 minutes,
15-minute cities.
15-minute cities, yeah, and it's going to be in one straight line the whole city.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Which I'm like in the middle of a desert. Dog?
Yeah, I know, right? But look at Dubai though. Dubai was there was nothing there, and all of a sudden it's like it's a megatropolis now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, all the fucking but why does it Midland look like that? God damn it! Where's all the fucking money, man? Yeah. Where's all the money?
Fuck. Clean the fucking streets already. Jesus.
See, getting back to what you were saying about these 300,000 children that are missing, right? I don't have the money to buy children. I don't know anybody who has that kind of money.
That's a different level of money.
Yeah, it's a different level of money, right? But I'm like, who's buying all these fucking kids? What kind of bank account? How come no one's following?
I think the people who stay young forever.
Very rich people.
Well, it's kind of funny, right? It seems like when you have money, you live to fucking 90.
Yeah. And why
Look
is
at
it that,
Nancy Pelosi.
And why is it when we get these Amber Alerts, they are in bunches? How many Amber Alerts did you get this month? Quite a bit.
Yeah,
Quite a bit.
I heard a couple go off on the airplane. I was like,
I
what
got
the
mine
fuck?
turned off.
Did you?
I have mine turned off too.
Because it's just too much, man. And then when you go like I mean, back in the day, they don't even do it anymore. But like Walmart, we used to walk in
Milk
there.
cartons.
Not even the milk cartons. You would walk in and there'd be a fucking missing
Oh,
missing
yeah.
billboard that's in
That
the
for
front,
sale
right?
sign for kids. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And these people are like, I would talk to the kids, right? And they're like, hey, what's all these people? And I was like, just pay. Like I tell my daughter, pay attention. I was like, and then so someone mouthed off, said something, right? One of my boys, and I'm like, well, don't get too fucking to ahead. Someone's gonna kidnap my daughter, you know? I was like, because the majority of them are boys.
Yeah, that's true though.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they want.
It's Pizzagate all over again, man. And with this fucking Diddy shit. That's I don't know if you heard about this Diddy thing that when you have a party, you know when you have a birthday party, you kind of give like little gift bags and shit away.
Yeah.
Well, his gift bags were children, man. They brought it up for 1 minute and then you can't hear about it no more.
Yeah.
He was giving away children away, man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, we know what's happened though. We've there's documentaries, there's proof that people have put this shit together. That it's not like this is something weird that it's like, oh, fucking Diddy. That's because they have money and all of a sudden they get this way. And it's like, no, man. There's a fucking group of people. There's a class of people
Yeah.
that do this. Jeffrey Epstein. He's not the only guy that owns the
Oh,
fucking
no.
island.
No.
No.
Diddy's not the only one that's having parties in these fucking mansions. So what the fuck, now those are the ones that are public. Those are the ones that I feel are trying to emulate the people that they worship.
They're just the
Right.
white, they're the albino alligator that they're sending out
Yeah.
to get caught. You gotta get caught, man. It's your time. Your ticket's been pulled.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Your ticket's
Yeah.
been pulled. Now they throw these parties. They want to make them lavish because they've been to these parties. Like we've been to those fucking ultra. I don't know about you guys, but you've been to these
No, I haven't.
ultra fucking sophisticated parties that they're by invite only. So some of these people leave and just like that's the last invitation you'll ever get because I don't know. Maybe you weren't.
You didn't partake.
Yeah, you didn't partake or you didn't.
They need to get dirt on you.
Yeah, you didn't network enough, and it
Eyes
is funny.
watch it.
Oh, bro. Okay,
Yeah.
this networking thing because I think it's funny. Oh no, we go out and network, and I'm like, no, you get fucking drunk and you fuck each other.
Yep.
Okay,
Network.
that's where it always. Yeah, that's where you're networking. Because it always seems to go that way. It always seems to be like, oh no, we're doing this, but it always morphs into these fucking eyes wide shut parties.
Oh yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's about fucking.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a cult mentality.
Even the
The guy that's in charge of the cult
yeah.
wants to fuck everybody at the cult in the cult.
Mm-hmm.
You
Look at fucking Harvey Weinstein.
yeah,
Oh, you want to be famous? Come on and suck this dick.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not you, ma'am, but sir.
yeah. So
Yeah, go, babe. They're
Yeah.
calling you.
so as people that with a little bit of money, you know what I mean, in some of these smaller towns, you see these people and you're like, I want to. I'm gonna throw my own party. I want to be. Maybe I can't do it to that level, but they always have something like that. Shit always triggers down because they're trying to emulate the people that they're trying to be like.
Yep.
So they throw their own shit. But then again, what the fuck is happening at these parties?
Yeah.
Because they always tell you, hey, if you don't want to get into crazy shit, you leave before midnight. You gotta leave before midnight. Because after that, after midnight, they got you.
You can't leave.
Yeah. You can't leave because, you're so inundated in this shit. They start taking their fucking drugs. All of a sudden, you're doing shit, and maybe not all of them are trying to get dirt on you, but it's like, hey, you partake,
You associate it with it.
yeah, you partook in the festivities.
They got videotapes of you and
Yeah.
pictures of you, and somebody painted a
Enough to hold
portrait of you in
against
red
you.
shoes,
Yeah.
or some shit. Some
You're
crazy
playing with
shit.
planes,
Playing
and
with
shit, knocking down your
airplanes.
Jenga buildings. So, but that's the other thing that I would like to know. I know this shit happens here in Angelo. I know.
I think so.
Oh no, I know so.
Yeah.
I know so. It's we're too big of a city, too big of a town for it not to happen. We have too many people with money in San Angelo.
And there's
For it
quite
not
a
to
bit of
happen.
money in San Angelo.
Oh yeah,
Quite a bit.
and not even getting to the parties and stuff like that. But you see you hear the infidelity that's going around. You hear all this shit, and it seems to be like everyone knows that everyone's doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? No one's escaping this fucking ecosphere, this echo chamber that fucking or ecosystem that they've created.
Yeah.
Everybody knows each other. Everybody's trying to, network.
Yeah.
You know, and it's bullshit, bro. It's all bullshit because you see it day in and day out. Hey, I'm gonna name drop. Did you meet such and such? Oh my God, he was such a great guy. Mm-hmm. Oh, did you go to such and such's restaurant or party or something? But they always
white party,
name drop.
Black party.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
And that's they build their whole social structure off name dropping.
Yep.
And it's gross. It's fucking gross. I'm like, he doesn't. Why don't you go do your own thing? Yeah. Why are you so worried about someone else's?
Right. Yeah.
Because you don't get very far unless you're ready to fucking start networking with people.
Yeah.
And I know at some point, you gotta. I don't know how far this is gonna go. How high in the fucking stratosphere it's gonna go. But like I told you, we're gonna get to a point where people are like, "Hey, what are you doing? We're having a little get together.
Let's go, guys.
We're having a little, yeah, bro." And they entice you. They will. And they're like, "Hey, don't worry about it. Come on, let's." And I don't know if I know we'll get there, but I'll turn it down every time, every fucking time, because it's gross.
I'll be like, "Hey, Oscar, guess what I did?"
Like,
we know what you did, Dave. Fuck.
So this adrenochrome we were talking about, right?
Right.
It's like, you want to do shrooms? It's like Abraham brought vials of blood. We're gonna fucking party. Yeah, yeah. I mean, who knows? Yeah. Knock on wood. That's why it was like, keep it open. Yeah. That's why I'm like, just we'll keep this open. Let's not hide shit. Let's not fucking, watch. I mean, we got to watch what we say because of YouTube reasons and stuff like that, but let's be an open book.
Yeah.
Because you can't hold nothing against me if I'm an open book.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah. You can't, you're not going to have anything on me.
Yeah.
You're not going to invite me to your fucking, eyes wide shut parties because that fool's got a podcast. But goddamn it, government! If there's aliens, tell me. I will lie to everybody. I will fuck everybody.
Yeah. Y'all are dumb. No, there's not.
Yeah, I go in there, sit in the room. The Pope walks in with his little fucking Pope walk like that, and then the door closes behind him. He fucking takes it off. Big old fucking skin wings pop up.
Yeah,
hell yeah! I'm like, oh fuck!
I was right.
It's like, hello, my child. I am not your child. While he sits there and fucking sits down, picks up a little Elia and Gonzalez, rips his fucking head off, and just like a Capri Sun, and starts sucking his blood. I was like, oh my God.
Like you're eating some crawfish.
Where did y'all bring me?
God
shit.
damn.
I want to go home. It's there. Like I said, it's
there.
This world's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up enough to think that even if none of it's true, there's people enough out there that are just be like, yeah, everyone else is doing it. Look at that guy. He seems to be doing great. I'll do it too.
If it works for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's something to it. And of course, there is something to it because we know they're putting young people's blood into old people's bodies and revitalizing their red blood cells.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
like, hey, that thing, what your blood cells stopped doing years ago is they're kicking back up.
Yep.
Something turned the factory back on, and it came from this deal over here.
The substance.
Yeah.
The substance. I still haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God.
Bro. Tiffany? Yes.
I'm telling you, man, y'all need to watch it.
Well,
I know Oscar said he watched it.
Yeah.
The Substance.
The movie called The Substance.
Where I find it at?
Prime, I believe.
Yeah, Prime, but you got to pay for it. It's
The Substance.
The Substance.
It's all about being your better self.
Really?
Yeah. They inject that shit she injects in her.
The Substance. Huh?
Yeah.
I'll check it out this weekend.
Yeah. A lot of nudity, man. You'll like it. A lot of nudity. I got to say, it's a lot of nudity.
There's a lot of nudity in it.
Really? The Substance.
I'm like, damn, Demi Moore still holds it down, huh? Even though she's almost
she's such
60.
a pervert. Jeez Louise.
Hey, you gotta give credit where credit's due, man. She was in striptease, dog.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's fucking, and you're still there.
Yeah.
God damn.
You're still
that was
there.
years ago.
Yeah. I'm like, damn. I mean, she still got like old lady butt, but hey, whatever. It's still there.
So what?
He said old lady butt.
Yeah, you didn't notice at the bottom she had that like like it came together like that, and it kind of hung on bottom a little bit.
Yeah,
The saggy cheeks on the bottom of the cheek. The other girl, she freaked me out because her nipples are too small, and I'm like, what's weird?
Where'd your areolas go?
Yeah, I was like, that's not
the substance.
Yeah, the
Sure.
Dennis
proportions
Quaid
are.
in it.
Oh yeah,
in there was
It was
pretty
good.
gross, but it was good.
Dennis Quaid.
It's a movie or documentary.
He's been to
It's a
San
It's a
Angelo.
movie. It's a movie.
That guy's been to San Angelo a couple of times.
Yeah, he
Dennis
has.
Quaid,
His
really?
band, right?
Yeah, he's got a band.
Been to the
What
strip
the
club
fuck?
sometime.
Really? I didn't know that.
What?
believe
How
he-
do you not know
I
that,
believe he
Oscar?
played
You know
it.
everything at this point.
Yeah.
Didn't he play at a City Flats or some shit like that?
I don't know. I know when ZZ Top came to town, he was opening for them, and he came to
And
town.
he played at the Coliseum too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't know that. Hey, I want this. You think the music scene's kicking up in San Angelo? It seems to me like it is.
Really?
I
It
can't
does.
really say because I haven't been out in San Angelo in a while,
Uh-huh.
so I'm not sure on that. But it does seem like on just by looking at our Facebook page,
Yeah,
there is a lot of different bands in town. I'm like, these are new, not in town, but from town.
yeah.
Like there's a scene that is kind of kicking up.
Okay.
Yeah.
With-
Like
with
Corey.
definitely
There's a lot of
like-
comedians
yeah.
coming up.
There's definitely
A
a
lot of
Yeah.
comedians for
There's a lot of
sure.
comedians. Yeah, because I was kind of like, we follow a couple of promoters,
Right.
You know that promote people that follow us, right? And I'm like, man, that's actually pretty cool, you know. And then I thought about reaching out, but I don't think there's anybody doing like. Remember,
Oh, we had Jacob on. I mean, he's
Yeah.
he's in his thing. He's doing his thing.
what
you know?
what I mean is like no one's throwing these fucking weekend at this random spot. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I was on like when I was looking for buildings, right? I came across this fucking warehouse and it's big. It's big. And I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool, man. You remember back in the day, used to have these movies, right? Where it's just like, hey, man, fucking one night at this location, and they would set it up, fucking lights, a stage, all this shit, and you kind of just like.
That's how they used to do rave parties in San Antonio.
Yes.
about to say
Yeah, there you
rave.
go.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, everything's legal. You sell your beer, you sell maybe not alcohol. Well, you got to do alcohol, but you sell your alcohol and stuff set up like that. Then you got your tables, and then a fucking stage. Where it's like, boom, one night, everyone. You throw this fucking five band concert. You know, I don't think anybody does that anymore.
That's like a
No.
festival right there.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Kind of
Yeah.
like and it's just like this is what we're doing.
I think the last thing that San Angelo had that was kind of close to that, but it wasn't for like a whole weekend, was the Blaine's Picnic thing.
Yes,
But
yeah.
it got way too out of hand for San Angelo.
Yeah.
Actually, I felt like it was pretty cool. It was fun.
Yes.
And it was a good look.
was
But at the same
awesome.
time, San Angelo's old money, and they didn't like it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that
Yeah.
that didn't get
So-
so he had to move it, and I think he moved it to Bernie.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that because this warehouse is outside the city limits.
And so like, you might be all right there.
You know, and it was just like, this is the fucking thing that you come out and park. Everybody, you set everything up, and there's a fucking band.
There used to be a place in Grape Creek called the Hog Barn,
Okay.
and they used to do
Shit like
events.
that?
Yeah, shit like
Okay.
that out there. Yep.
See, and I was like, man, because what would it cost to rent the place for the night? I mean, I already know what you're charging me per month,
Yeah.
but I'm like, we'll be in charge of cleaning everything up.
Yeah.
You know, get your promoters. I was like, hey man, we want to bring some people in, and it's kind of because I feel like they don't do it. I mean, hold on. This last one, I guess when Kevin Gates was it Kevin Gates? No, Mexican OT when he came to
Yeah,
River
Mexican
Stage.
Tea, Paul Wong.
I feel like there wasn't enough publicity on it. Where's it all at? You know,
Yeah.
I didn't see a lot of it blowing up on my Facebook. I heard it through word of mouth, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you got major artists coming through San Angelo.
They don't want it here.
Yeah, why aren't we blowing this shit up? Why am I not seeing flyers? Why-
They don't want that fan base.
I think they do. I think that people I'll just put it on Facebook and it'll get shared. Let's go above and beyond
Yeah.
and actually put it out there. Put it out where,
Put on a couple of billboards on major streets.
Yes.
You know?
yeah,
Right.
Put on some flyers around town, some busy restaurants.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Because
So-
you'll see billboards like the electronic ones. I'll see them for like bands that are playing out at Cooper's or like a festival or something somewhere
It
else.
just sucks
but
that
not
people
here.
don't listen to the radio anymore.
yeah.
And back in the day, you hear the radio. Also, oh man, here
I
it
forgot
goes.
about Cooper's. That's right.
Yep.
Cooper's does
Cooper,
a lot
yes.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
Cooper-
does
Cooper does a big
there's,
order.
there's another one right down the street from them, Ranch something.
Ranch 277.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if they do it as big as Cooper's, but Cooper's gets pretty. They do
Yeah.
it pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something like that, but kind of more of the fucking, more of a like a, I don't know, because that's all country, right? They do
That
a
would
country
seem
scene
very
out
much
there.
like a
Well, they had
festival,
Nelly.
like you were
Yeah,
saying.
they had Nelly. Yeah, but it's kind of one of those. It's just a quick pop up. Like there, you're.
Nelly's country.
Oh yeah, he is. Right.
Country grammar.
Fuck. I just feel like
Nelly performed at Cooper's.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Like I don't feel because you're not going to get some of these bands to go play at a Cooper's. They're not just they don't want them.
No.
You know, they're just like they're not big enough. They're not there. You know, but if you can get that one and then have your openers and have a whole fucking concert scene.
Sure, yeah.
You know, and that's what I was kind of like, man, that's actually pretty cool. And I remember
You got to look into all the regulations for
The legalities.
South by Southwest.
South by, man, that place gets wild.
Mm-hmm.
It gets wild.
Yeah, because I mean, we thought about, that fucking parking lot right there, you know, but there's no access to get into it.
I know.
And I'm like, how the fuck does that work?
Yeah.
What's there? A fucking cave where Walmart butchers all the children and puts them out. I'm just kidding, Walmart.
You heard it first here. What it do?
It's like, that's where fucking at least 500 of them kids went.
Damn.
Yeah. So,
I'm going to go home.
yeah, man. It can get pretty dark, especially if you leave somebody to their own vices, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because I honestly believe that no matter how kind of fucked up you think shit is, in reality, in some places it's a lot worse.
Yeah. Definitely. You can't even imagine, I'm sure.
Don't want to imagine.
It's like you're not the first one to have them thoughts. You know, if we're all a fucking cohesive fucking species.
You're not the first one who's seen that cave, David.
Yeah, you're not the first one that had a little fucking hand come out of there.
Yeah.
Save me.
Shit.
I can't.
Back in there before I get caught.
Quat your ass down in there.
I was like, hey,
get me involved in
none
this
of
shit.
that. I was like, hey, I didn't see shit.
Right? Eyes wide shut.
Oh.
I'm just here to suck dick. Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Yo. Oh, man.
Oh, fuck, man. Well, shit. It was a good run. David, thank you for coming on.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh, shit. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry to fucking put that out on you.
I love that. That's how we ended that with.
Put that evil on you, Ricky
Dark
Bobby.
note.
Well, you know what? You got to. You can't leave everything off on an easy note. You gotta let people think.
You know,
God, what if it does it? What if it is fucked up like that?
It is fucked up.
It is. And if anybody listens to this, man, if you have any stories,
Reach
go
out
on-
to us.
yeah,
Let
go-
us know.
go on our YouTube or our Spotify and let us know. Hey, I heard some shit that was kind of
Yeah, or
going
just
on.
message one of us. You
Yeah,
know?
on one of these local ranches outside of San Angelo, you know, or they have these nice little fucking parties.
Feel free to, we'll put you on blast,
Yeah. It's time for a change, bro. It's time for a change. Everyone feels like it's time for a change.
Time to be the whistleblower.
Exactly. You know, with this guy, Luigi, and what he did to that fucking CEO,
Oh, that's crazy, right?
which is crazy. You know, I don't
I saw
condone.
something that said, this picture of him going to be the next Che Guevara. You know who Che Guevara is?
I have no idea.
He was I want to say Cuban, but he was a rebel. You know what I mean? Like basically, he was like a face of the people that were rebelling against that government, and of course he got killed, assassinated for it. You know, but yeah, look it up, Che Guevara. But so they were like, is this the guy, the new face, the new Che Guevara?
Oh no shit,
Yeah.
Man. People are tired, dude.
Man.
We're
tired.
I don't want to be a
Sure,
mortar.
I'm sure you've seen the picture. That's like a famous picture of Che Guevara. Everybody's almost
Yeah.
seen it. It's more of a silhouette.
Oh, it's Chi.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah.
see if I can.
Yeah, people are getting tired, man, because food's expensive, healthcare sucks.
And
You know, you got the CEOs that are making record money. You know, not passing the money's not trickling down to people, man. Oh yeah, I have seen
You
it.
seen that, right?
Okay, yeah,
Seen that before, Dave?
Yeah, I have a T-shirt.
It's- yeah.
You have a T-shirt.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's
My mom threw it away.
there's a change coming, man. And I feel like if we could just progress this, people just look. I understand that it's hard, but you know, the first thing you got to do to kind of come to terms with is that someone's got to be willing to fucking die on the sword. You know, if someone's willing to do that. And Mr. Luigi Mangione. Luigi Mangione.
That's a spicy meatball.
It's a miserable. You know, he was the first one.
It definitely put a spotlight
definitely.
on
oh yeah,
that business.
Yeah, man, because we saw, I mean, these big corporate companies, man, they were taking their CEO bios off their fucking websites.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Because, I mean, it was putting targets on these people, you know? And, dude, I mean, as bad as this
Tells you
shit
how
is,
bad our fucking healthcare system
exactly.
is. It
Yeah.
is so fucked. It is so
Yeah.
fucked.
And I heard this shit, and it kind of still makes me laugh. I was like, this fucking system that everyone's complaining about, that it's just not working out, it's Obamacare.
That's part of it, big time. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you can say what you want to say about it. Because it literally took, I mean, there used to be a lot of health insurance companies back in the day. And now you got a whopping, you got the three majors.
Mm-hmm.
United Healthcare, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and there's another one. Cigna?
Cigna, there you go.
You know, you took that whole waft of competition and you narrowed it down just a few.
Yeah.
And
Because nobody else could, other than them, could compete.
Yeah,
with,
you can't compete with the pricing. You know, and what's sad is that you're paying these people
fuckloads of money.
Fuckloads of your hard-earned money for them to be like, man, we're not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute, you already took my money. You don't get to deny.
Just insurance in general has inflated prices of products so fucking much. It's stupid. Like, you know, if you get a Band-Aid at the hospital, it's $100 fucking Band-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Only because the insurance company will pay for it. And they know it. So like we can charge $100 because we know they're going to pay it.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, bro. So it's fucked the pricing up. Like,
oh yeah.
like so stupid. Like it's ridiculous.
There was this one. I mean, it's crazy, right? You ever asked them to price it cash and how much cheaper it is?
I've never asked them, no, but yeah, I heard there's a huge difference.
Oh yeah, it was it's an obscene difference. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's way less than what I'm paying on my premiums just to have insurance.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I don't know if you knew this, but you can be like, hey, what's the cash price?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like, oh, your copay is this, whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm like, look, man, I don't want to report this shit. I just want to get it over and done with, right? And like when I took Jesse, right, when he split his fucking lip on that poly pipe, and I'm like, fuck, it's gonna cost me a fortune. So I go there and they're like, you got insurance, and I was like, no, I'm gonna try to pay this out of pocket. How much is that out of pocket? $90.
What?
To get him fucking sewed up, medication out the door.
Damn, that's crazy.
I was like, what the fuck? That's just like fixing a flat.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Had you gone through your insurance, that would have
yeah.
been at least $1,500 right there.
Easy. Because I know, man, I've been to the ER. I've been to the ER and was there for 20 fucking minutes, man, and left owing $1,000.
Easily.
And I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But yeah, ask for that cash price, boy.
Yeah,
I'm like-
that time when I was in the hospital for those 3 days, $200.
$200. There you go.
Fucking dumb, dude.
Yeah.
Visiting Dave.
Visiting Dave. Yeah, go check out Visiting Dave and his geodes.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Shit, David, you know how... Hey, you know what?
Guys,
You know what to do.
Number 95?
95.
95, guys. Thank you for listening to another episode of What It Do here in San Angelo, Texas. It is what time?
Shit.
Oh, wait.
It
10:59.
Put on the spot.
10:59.
10:59. Just, you know what they say, the minute clock rounded up. Guys, thank you. Good night. The world's a fucked up place. You don't have to be. And it is what it is. What it do, baby. Number 95.
What it do, baby?